What's good, y'all? Gold Dirty Bastards. Nip in here holding it down. We're on episode 67. Gold Dirty Bastards, episode 67. Damn, why they got me so close up? Shit. Let me see what the fuck is up with this. Anyway, all right, so let's get right to it. Tonight I'm gonna talk a little bit about the Warriors and Celtics, of course, the fight over the weekend, uh, and then we always go with what we're watching. Streaming, movies, all that kind of stuff. We'll probably end it with that. That's what we usually do. Uh, Hopefully, I'll have a couple of the co-hosts jumping in here in a few. If not, I'm gonna go solo bolo tonight. We'll see what happens though. Do a quick hitter right quick before we get to the meat and potatoes of this one. We're gonna talk real quick about Madden 23. Released the cover image today is going to be John Madden. It's only fitting that it's John Madden. We wouldn't expect anything else. Hopefully they fix the fucking gameplay on this though, because the gameplay has been whack last few years. I bought it the last couple years and I was not impressed. It seems like just recycled. They worry about all these cards and this and that, and not so much on the actual gameplay. Not that I play that much anyway, but when I do play, gameplay's been whack. I haven't played online, just been playing a little franchise mode. But that was big news. That was all over Twitter, Instagram today. Haven't been on Instagram much. That's why we haven't been posting lately too much. We got banned for posting fucking the Raleigh versus Tank end of the fight. First time I've ever been banned for some stupid shit like that. Banned us for 3 days. Couldn't even look at Instagram from the Gold Dirty Bastards page. So we've been radio silent last couple days, but we're back online now. So we're going to start posting again. But what did you guys think about this Madden? There's no other choice, right? I mean, it had to be Madden. Supposedly, there's 3 different covers for this for the 3 different editions that they're dropping, which is dope. We grew up with Madden, Gold Dirty Bastards, played many Madden games for fun, for money. That was the thing to do after work, after school. Go to your boy's house, play. Run it for 50, run it for 100, run it for 200. All the big money games, 300, 400 even. That's how we used to do. A lot of arguments, no fist fights though, just a lot of shit talking. But Madden was definitely part of us growing up. So definitely good to see him get. I would like to see this maybe be the end of the Madden name. Maybe they should switch to something else. That would be a good time to maybe switch to another name, because it hasn't been the same for years anyway. Madden's not with us anymore. Maybe it's time to pass the torch along to somebody else and let somebody else carry the banner. I don't know. There's not too many good announcers out there right now anyway. I don't think I want to see a Tony Romo, because I'm not a big Tony Romo analyst guy. I could go. I don't know. They got to do something else. So I think it's time. Anyway, Madden dropped today. The Madden cover photo dropped today. So check it out if you can online. I would share it on Google, but for some reason my computer's tripping, won't let me share screen right now. I gotta go and do some fucking troubleshooting eventually. All right, but let's get into the NBA Finals out here in the Bay. Everybody's amped up for this. It's the return of the Kings, if you know what I mean. Like, Warriors been down and out for 2 years. True fans like us, Gold Dirty Bastards, we never doubted the Warriors. You can go back, you can watch. We got receipts. Check all the tapes leading up to this. We all pretty much picked them. Said if we got into this tourney, we were going to be a force to be reckoned with. And I think we all picked them to win it all. Everybody who's been on the show so far has picked the Dubs to win it all. There we go. We got Big Leo in the house.
Yo, what's
Oh,
up?
what's up, man? You
So
ready
what's
for
up?
this? You ready for this game? Just breaking down this game tomorrow. Celtics and Warriors. It ended up being the toughest opponent for us, I believe, out of the East. I didn't think anybody else would be able to give us some problems. I think the Celtics do present some matchup problems defensively. You're looking at the number 1 defense in the NBA, and they've been pretty good in the pretty good in the playoffs. They haven't. I will say I was going on the Facebook and seeing some of these the chitter chatter. I seen one stupid post that said the Celtics had an 84% chance of beating us. And in that thread,
I think that was isn't that ESPN I
yeah,
seen?
yeah. And in that thread,
Yeah.
somebody was like, "Well, the Warriors haven't beat any real teams. They faced Jokic without Murray, uh, and then Luca's all by himself, and then what was the other shit? Oh, Ja was out." And I'm like,
Hmm.
okay, well, let me look at what the Celtics did. So the
Yeah.
Celtics, they faced Giannis without Chris Middleton, but they're cool with that,
Yeah.
right? Uh,
Hmm.
Miami is probably the weakest number.
Which I believe, and they went to games, and then that series went to game 7.
Miami is probably the weakest number one seed I've seen in the last 20 years, I would say. Uh, just from when you look at all the number one seeds of the East, they're the weakest. Like, yeah, they're
Hmm.
number one. They're technically number one, but are they really a threat? I never really seen them as a threat. I was hoping the Warriors would get them in the finals
Yeah.
after Haslam was all upset and Haslam and PJ Tucker were saying blah blah blah. You picked the Celtics, and then they go and lose Game 7. Y'all started talking before you even won that game, like going at Draymond, and they took that L. So that was funny to me. Um, but I just feel like, and who is the other team they played? Uh, oh, the Nets, who were dysfunctional all season long, 2-man
Yeah.
team, Kyrie and KD.
I
So to me, it was like that
that
was
one they
funny.
yeah, well, yeah, that was the first series game, right? It was the Nets, and I think that went to what, games 5 or 6, right? Or they got swept, right?
Yeah,
Did
they
they sweep
swept
the
them.
Nets?
I think they swept them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and then that was all, Kyrie, yeah, but that team is dysfunctional. Even no Ben Simmons on the sideline. You know what I'm saying? That's you don't make yeah. It was that whole team was a mess. And then they played the Bucks, which Chris Middleton got hurt. And I
Yeah.
believe that series went to game 7, like you mentioned, and then also games now they play the Heat, and I think the Heat made some critical mistakes. Like you got Duncan Robinson on the bench. I mean, he could at least play some minutes. I know he's a big fact. I know he's a big not big on defense. I think that's the reason he didn't play at all. Also, Jimmy Butler has that switch that he could be like a superstar or then not, and then not. You could take nights off, and
Yeah, he goes off, and then some nights he's like, eh. Well, I will
yeah,
say he was tired though. I think he played the last. I think he played 48
he
minutes the
played the
last two
whole
games.
minutes. Yeah,
Yeah,
he
the
played the
last
whole.
two
Yeah,
games. So that
yeah.
last three, that was kind of a stupid three anyway. Though I never
I
really
get what he
liked
was
that.
doing. I get what he was doing. He was
But
trying
they
to.
would have still had
He was,
time to go. You're
yeah.
basically giving them the chance to win it when you take
Hmm.
that three so early in the shot clock. To me,
Yeah. Yeah. If it wasn't me, I think I would have drove in, try to get a foul, maybe and one maybe potential, but yeah, I see what he did though.
I never see Miami
He
as a
took
threat,
that
dude.
threat.
I never see Miami as a real
Um,
threat.
yeah. Yeah.
I mean, look, we ran them with
I,
our second squad,
yeah.
second
That's
team
that
when
game
when
where
Steph was out.
yeah, yeah, and then that's the game where we broke Miami too. I think on the sideline. I don't
Yeah,
know if you
Haslam was
remember.
trying to fight Jimmy
Has
Butler.
Yeah, Jimmy Butler, and they had to get separated, and
They were
then
going
their
after the coach
coach.
too.
Yeah, yeah. So I think yeah, and that was our second team. I think Moody had a big game in that game, and that was a road game too. But we did beat the Celtics at home. We won 117. No, 111 to 107, and then the second matchup, I believe that was in Boston, and that's the game
That's the
where
one.
Curry
That's the
got
one where Steph
knocked
got
out.
what?
That's when the
Well,
whole Marcus Smart yeah,
exactly.
Marcus Smart rolled on Curry's foot, and then I think Curry ended up missing 18 games. Also, I believe that game with also that game one when we won 111, 107. That game has no Clay. I'm not sure if we weren't hurt, we weren't healthy at all. I think somebody else. But Poole did score 29 points. That was the second game though, when we lost, when Curry went down. So, are we picking or are we
Yeah, we could
saying
pick.
our picks?
I was just gonna
I would
post
say,
this real quick on IG. Let them know that we're on live now because we were a little bit late,
oh
but
shit,
it's
okay.
all good. It's all good.
Mm-hmm.
Just post that on the story or whatever the fuck.
Mm-hmm.
GDB's is back, baby. We could pick right now. Oh, well, let me put some of these betting odds out first. Let me see. I had them pulled up, ready to go for the betters out there who
Mm-hmm.
like to put a little something on the game. So for game one, we're looking at Warriors minus 165. If you're not a better and you're thinking, what's that mean? You have to put $165 to win 100 back for the Warriors. On the flip side of that, for Boston, they're plus 145. So if you feel like taking the underdog, you put down $100, you're going to get back 145, and the ratio continues on. So if you put 200, you're getting back
Mm-hmm.
290 or whatever. So I would say take Warriors. Uh, and if you want point spread, Warriors are minus 3.5, Boston plus 3.5, meaning that the Warriors, if they win by anything more than 4, they cover. If Boston keeps it within 3.5, they cover. So my pick would be for this on the bet for this one, game one tomorrow night, 6 p.m. Here in San Francisco Bay Area. I would say take the Warriors money line minus 165. Put down $100. You're probably gonna get it back. Warriors are undefeated at home during these playoffs, and I think they're gonna be ready to go. This team knows it's now or never kind of. They're not guaranteed to get back to this plateau, to this level again. With
Mm-hmm.
Draymond, Steph, and Clay, you never know what could happen. You could have
Yeah.
injuries. You could have somebody get
Yeah.
traded out of nowhere. I wouldn't put it past our front office to make a deal if the right one came around.
I don't
As
know.
far
I
as
don't know.
probably, I don't know, because I was hearing some stuff on the radio where the big three, they didn't want this. They didn't want this young core. They wanted a star.
Oh,
Draymond
for real?
talked about it. Yeah, they wanted a star,
On this
and
podcast?
I don't know. I was hearing that they were talking about it on 95.7 the other day,
Oh,
and they
okay.
were saying that basically, yeah, I think I heard the audio. Draymond did say that, yeah, the big three wanted to package some of them picks and to get a star to try to win now. So front office is going to win out when it comes to when it's all said and done. Front office has the last word. So
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they made a trade. I mean, I don't think they will, but I wouldn't be surprised either if there was a
Mm-hmm.
trade made or something to better the team. But I think this team is going to be ready to go. I think they're going to come out firing on all cylinders. Maybe some of them slow starts we've seen in the earlier rounds. I think we don't do those at least game one and game two at home. I think we'll come out a little focused. Hopefully, I'm hoping at least too.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like the core of this team wasn't together that much this season. They've only been together this last month for the playoffs. So I
Yeah.
think they got some of the
And they played their best
awkwardness out,
basketball.
out of the nervousness out. So I think they're gonna be ready to go. So I'm
Yeah.
taking
Mm-hmm.
Selwall. I guess he's not joining us tonight, but he's chiming in here. He's
What
gonna
up,
say
Sal?
he says sub bastards, dubs and six.
I agree with that too.
That's
That's
nice.
my pick. I would say also Dubs in 6, no more than 6. I could see them maybe 5, but I could step. I think honestly, you know what? I'm gonna take that back. I'm gonna take Warriors in 5. The Warriors are gonna lose one game. It's gonna be in Boston. They're gonna come back, win Game 5 here at home. I think that's the whole plan. They want to win one here in the city. Um, that's what like all these series they could have won. I think all their series that they beat the Mavs. They won the series here at home, and did we beat the Nuggets too at home?
Nuggets were here as well. Yeah,
Yeah,
I believe. Let me.
and
Yeah, we made him in
Memphis,
five. We made
right?
him in five.
And Memphis, right?
Five. It was 5-6-5, I think. Yeah, 5-6-5.
Yeah. So yeah, yeah. So I'm thinking, you know what, we're gonna win at home. So I'm gonna take that back. I'm gonna say Warriors in 5.
Yeah, I'm gonna take. This was tough for me. Because I could. I think we're the superior team overall, but I'm gonna say I'm on the same wavelength as you. But I think that the NBA is probably gonna try to stretch this out. It's a 75th year. The refs tend to, hate on us here and there. So I'm gonna go Warriors in 7. I think.
Ooh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, I think the refs are gonna give them a couple games in Boston, get some drama. I believe Scott Foster is 13-0 when officiating for the Celtics. Uh, and I think he's going to be assigned one of these games. I'm not sure if it's tomorrow or one of these other ones, but I just think, I'm not stupid. Gambling exists.
For a
There's some
reason,
funny
yeah.
business that goes down. It benefits everybody to have a long series. Celtics have gone 7 games. I think 2 out of the 3 series they've been in. So and we haven't been to 7 yet. So I'm gonna say Warriors win at home, but it's in 7 this time.
Mhm.
I think, like I said, I think the powers that be gonna have their hands in this. They'll probably give the Celtics all 3 of their home games. I think, yeah, I don't think anybody steals anything. If anything, we would. I mean, I
Mhm.
put some money on a little something on the Warriors in 6, but I was thinking
Okay.
about it today earlier too, and I was like 5 or 7 because we're gonna try to win it at home. I think 5 is too much. I think the Celtics are good, and they're gonna get a little bit of help, I believe. So I'm gonna say Warriors in 7. I think it might be a nail biter till the end, but we'll probably pull away in the fourth quarter and put the nail in the coffin. They do have some star power. They have Jason Tatum and Jalen Brown as well. Um, so we haven't really had to deal with the dynamic duo as of yet in these playoffs. It's been kind of one man teams. Jokic, uh, Ja. I wouldn't
Luka.
say Ja was a one man team because the other guy, the role players contributed,
Yeah,
but
we
then
lost. Yeah.
Luca was a one man show. Uh, but yeah, I mean, something tells me he's gonna go 7. I think Warriors. If it was all level playing field, there was no funny business going down. I would say Warriors in 4 or 5. But something tells me the NBA is going to try to get every dollar out of this. They lost a lot of money during COVID. They're probably going to try to get all their money back right now, make it go 7. It could say be a classic series, 75th anniversary,
Mhm.
old school versus new school. The Celtics were the dominant team way back when, and Warriors are the shit now. So I'm gonna say Warriors in 7. Hopefully I'm wrong
All
and we
right.
take care of it earlier. I really don't want to go 7. You never know what could happen. But yeah, that's my pick. I'm gonna say Warriors in 7 officially on the podcast. So we're gonna have receipts either way. For the series price, I'm looking at the bets here. Series price, meaning you're taking the Warriors or Celtics to win the series. Warriors minus 155, Celtics plus
Mm.
135. I was a little surprised by this. I've been looking forward to this because I have a little something on it. So I was trying to hedge my bet. I was thinking Celtics were going to be like about plus 200, maybe plus 220. That's what all the other teams we played were throughout the playoffs were in that range. Uh, so I was thinking like they were going to be at least plus 200, plus 190, but only plus 145 was a little surprising. But if the Warriors win game 1, you're going to look at that number jump up to probably about plus 160. And that's probably
Mhm.
when I'll strike with my hedge. Otherwise, I might just let it ride, win my 1500 straight out.
Okay,
I
for
put
sure.
75 also on the exact series, exact series price. Let me see if I can pull that up real quick for the betters out there if you're interested. Where is this shit at? Correct series score. Oh, there we go. Celtics Warriors. Okay, so if you want to be, go for the money. Not likely, but you could go for the money. You're gonna get plus $1,400 if you pick Celtics for the sweep, which we all know is low chance of happening. I wouldn't do that. But
Mhm.
to close out the Celtics, if it's the series goes 5 games, Celtics would get plus 850, meaning you put down 100, you get 850 back.
Yeah.
If it goes 6 games and the Celtics win, it'll be plus 475. And if it goes game 7 for the Celtics and they take the win on the series, uh, for that you get plus 600. Now Warriors sweep would be plus 1,000, meaning you put down 100, you back 1,000.
Damn.
I would that would be interesting. That would be
Mhm.
That's tempting. Throw down 50 on it, maybe get back 500. And then if it goes 5 games, you're going to be looking at plus 400 for the Warriors. 6 games for the Warriors plus 400, and then 7 games for the Warriors plus 375. I took Warriors in 6, but that was before I was thinking like, man, they really probably want to win this one on the home court because it's going to be their last one. And also, shout out to 95%. I listen to them a lot
Yeah.
of time when I'm walking around or whatever driving, and they pointed out that no team in any sports history has ever won championship home team in San Francisco. So I think that would be nice to
Mm.
finally do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
one of these San Francisco teams. It's
Mhm.
harder in the NFL. You really don't get that chance. But all
Yeah.
the Warriors ones that they have, got the dubs in, have been on the road,
We're on
I
the road.
guess.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember that. Yeah.
So maybe we keep that trend in Warriors and 6. I'm not sure. Any matchups
Also,
you're looking at? Any? Well, let's say with what do you think the X factor is going to be? Who do you think is going to be the X factor for the Warriors? I mean, there's a lot of different options, but
mhm.
go ahead and give me your one or two X factors. Who you think is going to be pivotal? I mean, we all know
Uh,
Stephen Clay, but there's other guys:
yeah,
Wiggins, Looney,
mhm.
Poole, which
Yeah,
Kaminga.
I
What are your
think
thoughts on that?
I definitely would like to if Gary Payton comes back and plays
Yeah,
game
that's a
one,
nice one.
um, defensively, he helps you
And
out. Also,
all signs are pointing that he will be back for game one, I
yeah,
believe.
and also that includes. I mean, that's the thing about this team. With the KD teams, this seems a bit more depth. I mean, it has a little bit more depth, and the way how these guys been playing. I mean, that was really, um, which was a game. It was impressed when we were playing the Mavs and we were down 28 points, and that lineup that Kerr threw in there. I think Jordan Poole fouled out, so then you had Damian Lee, Moody, Bielisa, um, Kuminga, and who was the other guy? Was it Damian Lee? I believe Damian Lee.
Yeah,
Did I say
Damian
Damian
Lee.
Lee? Damian Lee. So I would like so yeah so Gary Payton second. I think he could be a spark for defensively, and then I would like for Moody to get some more minutes. I've been throwing that on the text. I've been saying that Moody should be definitely getting Damian Lee's minutes because I like the way how he's. I mean, just that little stretch run where we were down 28 and then came back. I think we're only down 8 points. That was a good stretch. Also, maybe get and also Kuminga too. Get these rookies a little bit more involved, so they can see what it takes to win championship and also the culture of this team. So I think that's huge. So I'll
Yeah.
see those are the names I definitely, and also Jordan Poole. I know he didn't give. I know he didn't. There was a couple games with the Mavs. Uh, look kind. I don't want to say bad, but he had some difficulty. Maybe this series because he did have 28 points or 29 points that game where Curry went down, so he was able to ball that game. So I'll definitely like to see him. So, but my main one will be Gary Payton, just defensively. Um, and that's what I think these games are going to be low scoring. I don't
Yeah,
think
I would say take the under.
uh,
That's the other thing
take
I was gonna say, take the unders.
I don't think we're gonna see those a lot of these games with the Mavs and the Warriors were going over. It was like 2/3. I mean, I think the over unders were. I think the highest I seen was 217 or 222, and it still went over. So I think that we won't see that. Um, I was, but I don't see. Yeah, it's gonna be a much slower pace game. I think
I could see that.
with Boston. I can see. But yeah.
Alright, for my X factors, I'm gonna go with Kaminga. I've been big on Kaminga all year.
Hmm.
I think he needs more minutes. I think with this type of team, he's a guy who can him and Wiggins as well. Those are the two I'm
Mm,
gonna say.
okay.
Their athletic ability, if they go to man, I think they have the athletic ability to break down the man, take to the rack, get some guys in foul trouble. Um, and Kaminga, especially athletically, he's on a another level. I mean, he definitely has to get the
Hmm.
feel of the game down, but you could see the explosiveness out of him. He's going to be a real nasty swingman in the future, ripping on fools, taking it to the rack. So I think he could be a factor in this series. I think
Yeah, yeah.
Damian Lee's minutes should definitely go to Kaminga and Moody as well. They should split them up for those two. Don't even let Bielitsa on the court. Nothing against him. I mean, he's been serviceable at times, but in this one, I think the Celtics bigs are going to be, too much for him. Uh, I would say let Kaminga get the run off the bench and Moody as well. But my two Wiggins, I think Wiggins has been pretty good. I'm not gonna say he's been great because he's been at times he had some terrible halves. But overall, defensively, he's been solid. He's been our best two-way player. That's for sure.
Hmm.
Defensively and those nice rips, he's been ripping on people. He found his stroke a little bit and hit a couple threes. So I think those two guys are going to be the factor because they're going to be all over Steph. They're going to be all over
Hmm.
Clay.
Yeah.
Um, and Steph needs to drive to the hoop this series for sure. They're gonna try to cover him on the threes. I think he needs to dribble in, penetrate, kick out to the shooters. I don't know about Poole in this series. I'm a little bit worried about him.
Hmm.
Physically, he's a little bit shied away from physicality. You seen it in the Memphis series a little bit. The end of the Memphis series, he kind of withered away. He didn't really do much. You seen a little bit against the Mavs. I don't know if he's hurt. Maybe that's a possibility. I know he did get shaken up a little bit a couple times.
He's been getting banged up.
So I think we already talked about this, but in the offseason, he needs to put on some weight, maybe 5 pounds
Muscle. Hmm.
muscle. Um, but I don't know that he's going to be that much of a factor in this series. But I will say, like in the Mav series, even though he wasn't a huge factor, he did hit some clutch shots, and
Hmm.
he could provide a little bit of a spark of offense when we need it. So
Hmm.
I'll say he'll be a factor, but I don't think he's going to be that pool we're seeing against Denver. And I said that from the get. I said this is going to be the easiest matchup he's going to get in the playoffs. Denver doesn't have their
Hmm.
starting guards, so I figured Poole was going to come back down to earth. He was getting 30 in those games. A lot of those games he was dominating, but that was against second string guards. So the tougher guards defensively, he hasn't looked as good against. But I will say he has hit some big shots. So
Yeah.
that's good. We just need him to
Hmm.
be decent. He doesn't have to be a superstar right now. That's what we got the other two,
Hmm. Hmm.
Steph and Clay for. So that's why I was always in favor of Poole coming off the bench, so we'd have the scoring at all times. And I hope they stick with that philosophy because it doesn't really make sense to me to have Steph and Poole out there too much because I've talked about the defensive liabilities. And when you're looking at Jaylen Brown and Tatum, I think that could be an issue. Clay could guard
Hmm.
one of them, but the other one's going to be on Steph or Poole if they have them all out there. So stick with Wiggins and throwing Kuminga in there. Our depth is going to be a deciding factor. Let me
Could
get
be
to
a
this
factor.
comment from
Yeah.
Joe Wall, one of our co-hosts who uh, doesn't look like gonna make it in tonight, but it's good that he's chiming in here. He says, "I'm really hoping his play in this last series wasn't just an outlier fluke, but I'm hoping Looney can keep his madman attack on the boards and continue his production in the points in the
Hmm.
paints."
Yeah. Yeah, he was huge. He was a big factor when it came to offensive rebounds. A lot of those second, third rebounds he was grabbing offensively, passing it back, out to Steph or Clay, and that was a big three. So, you know, uh, and also there was one game that he scored. I believe he scored 21 points, highest career. Um, and then that's another thing too. It's gonna be a little bit more challenging. They got the what's his name, Williams from
Oh
their
yeah,
center,
Robert
and
Williams,
yeah,
and they got Horford, OG Horford.
Hufford, yeah, Uncle Al. But I think that'll be a little bit more. This series might be a little bit more challenging for Loon, but we've seen Loon though. He has been huge. Also Wiggins been getting a lot of boards too. Those two guys, and hopefully, Porter is healthy. He's been also huge when it comes to these offensive rebounds, and that's a key. Just a second, third, fourth attempts. Getting the shooting that three, and that's huge for us. So I mean, because Boston is a little bit more. They got more height on us.
Physical. But I think maybe we should go small. I think maybe we should go small. I think Dre matches up pretty decent against Horford. Horford's not the biggest dude, is
I
he?
don't think
I
he's
think he's like
charged.
6'11",
He's 6'9" ish, 10.
6'10".
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So I think you can put Dre on him. Uh, I think you start Dre at center. Then well, this is what I would start. I would start Stephen Clay, of course,
Uh-huh.
and Dre at 5, and then I go Porter at 4. You can go Porter at 4, and then Wiggins at 3. And I think that's a pretty damn solid starting lineup. Then you could have Kuminga, Moody, and Poole off the bench, which is the future of the team anyway. You could have those three guys coming off the bench. Looney coming off the bench. Maybe we do something similar to what was that series? I think it was the Memphis, where we didn't really use Looney until like game 4, I think. Then he came out and he was kind of fresh, and that kind of started him on this little streak where he started going off. I think it was game 4 or 5 where he started
Mhm.
going off against Memphis. But we have the versatility to do that. I think going small on them could help, could be beneficial at times. get their bigs into uncomfortable situations where they got to guard on the perimeter, guard 3-point shooters, uh, and that would be nice. Mix it up. That's a great thing about us. We can do so many different things. We have the depth, we have the versatility, we have interchangeable pieces.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the key is keep Bielitsa off the court if you can. Athletically, he's just not giving you enough. Uh, okay, so did you mention that? More likely be Wiggs as the X factor. I didn't mention that. Yeah, I think that's going to be crucial. We need production out of Wiggins and Poole. We don't need, like I said, we don't need superhero Poole. We just need, hit the big shots Poole, and
Mm-hmm.
don't be a liability defensively Poole. That's my main issue with Poole. But
Mm-hmm.
I will say he's been an integral part during the playoffs. So I give him his props on
Mm-hmm.
being a factor, even though he does have some areas of need he needs to work on in the offseason. But
Yeah.
nice to get the
Another
contribution out of the young guy.
yeah. Another thing too. I believe that I think is gonna go off too. Curry's. I
Oh,
know
they gotta
he's
put
being.
Marcus Smart on Curry for sure.
I think. Yeah. I think Curry could handle him. I know that, but I think Curry's gonna go off in these series, and um,
I don't know. I don't know. I think they're gonna
you
try
don't
to
know.
double.
They, yeah,
I mean, I think he
I
will
can
have
see
some
that happen.
explosions, but I think they're gonna. Well, they can't really double him because then you're leaving
You're leaving
some.
Clay.
Yeah, just
You're gonna be
probably
leaving
leave Wiggins open for the outside.
Wiggins open for three. That's the thing. I mean, it's. I'm pretty sure they're going to be adjusting in each game, but I think Curry's going to just go off.
I don't
I
know.
think. I think. With all this talk with him, with KD winning those Finals
Oh yeah,
MVP,
let's touch on that real quick.
all that shit. You know what I'm saying?
There
I
was a
think
lot of
Curry.
chatter about that today and
Hmm.
yesterday about Draymond kind of going back and forth with KD about Steph should have been MVP. I guess that was the what kind of started the argument.
Hmm.
And it goes back to the Draymond comments that we could win without you, and he's right. And we said
Hmm.
that even in that series against the Raptors, that whole playoffs, KD was hurt right for a lot
Yeah,
of it, and
he got hurt.
we were playing good, and that's kind of what started. I think. Well, when
No, we
Draymond
were
called him a
down.
bitch, started it. But after then the fans started saying, "Damn, we kind of play better without KD in the playoffs because we were kind of killing some teams." And then
Mm,
you don't remember that? That's what they were saying.
we
That's what
were,
the
but then the Raptors. What was
but we were okay until Clay
uh
went down.
we were
I think
down
we
three
would
to
have.
two. We were down 3-2.
I think we would have got the dub in that series.
That would have been tough. Not
Wasn't
tough,
Draymond
but
hurt in that series too? I think
mm,
everybody was fucking hurt in that series. Clay,
there was a lot of injuries.
Steph was hurt. Wasn't Steph hurt? I can't remember. I think
Nah, I
Steph
don't
was
think
hurt
Steph
too.
got hurt. I think
I think he was dinged up.
probably a couple of series or
Dre
two
Dre
before.
must have been. I know that Dre was dinged up. I'm pretty sure. But anyway, I think there is some truth to that. We do play better. It's kind of like Memphis without Ja.
Two different style
They
teams. That's
played
why.
they played good without Ja, and I feel like we did
Yeah.
too. When KD was out, we were playing good in the final in the playoffs without him. Um, which is why this team. I said this team could match up with the KD team. I think, dude. Like our depth, we got a lot better depth. We got the young guns.
Hmm.
You got those three. You got Kaminga, Poole, Moody. Those guys weren't around when KD was here. Well, Poole was, but he was young. I think he was. I think we talked about this. He just got drafted that year, or he didn't even play with KD.
Nah,
I
nah. I think
forget.
he got. No, I think he might have been a G League or something like that.
Yeah, but this depth is reminiscent of the 2015 squad. We had David Lee. We had who else was coming off the bench? Bogut still. Yeah, Bogut
Mhm.
still. We had
Oh yeah, we did have
what's the OG cat, the enforcer?
David West.
David West as well. Barbosa. The fuck is Ray calling me right now for? Jump on the podcast. Don't call me. I'll suck this part later.
2019 is when we drafted Poole. 2019.
2019? And
Maybe.
yeah, so
Yeah.
I think he probably was not on the squad then. When did KD leave? 2019?
Cade, I think so, right?
I'm not sure. Anyway, it don't really matter. It's not that important. Uh, where were we? Yeah. So, but what do you feel like Steph should have got MVP that season that there's been question
Now
because they were saying
that
Steph got double teamed 40 times to I think KD's 8 or something like that. I think that was the stat in
yeah,
that
that's
final
like that.
series.
That's what created all those open shots and open lanes for KD because Steph was being double teamed the whole series. Now that I go back, our first finals when we played the Cavs first time, I think Steph should have won the MVP. I know a lot of us got juiced with Andre Iguodala guarding LeBron, and also Iguodala played really well, but I think Steph should have won the MVP now that I see it. Because even though with Iguodala guarding LeBron had some monster stats that finals. So and other than
Yeah,
that,
but
I
not
think
in the fourth quarter. You go back and look at the fourth quarter. Iggy was shutting him down in the fourth quarter. He wasn't doing shit in the
there
fourth
was a
quarter.
couple of games that he shut him down. Yeah, um,
Like he
but
had
I
a lot
think
of points
Steph should
first 3 quarters, but fourth quarter, you go back and you look. I'm pretty damn sure if I remember
he was
correctly, he
locking him
wasn't doing
down.
shit. Yeah, he was locking him. He had a lot of strips too when LeBron was going up.
Yeah, so
Um, I
but
thought
still though,
Iggy
when it
deserved
comes
it
to
because he shut down
I know
LeBron in
we
the fourth
called it
quarter.
though. Yeah, we called. I remember. I think in the group chat we were like, who's gonna get the
I think we
MVP,
were
and
watching that shit live.
I,
We were watching that
yeah, we
race
were,
for that one.
and I think we all agreed Iguodala or Steph, and then Iguodala, but we all called Iguodala.
Yeah.
So I think, like I said, I think Steph is gonna be. I think Steph is gonna go fucking nuclear on this series. He's going to be going. I think he's going to be going for those deep threes. He's just anytime he sees any opening, he's going to go for it. I think he's going to go off. I really believe that, and hopefully he does, and he gets his final MVP, and he gets fourth trophy, and shit. I hope his legacy just continues and get because shit. We right now when we're witnessing, we're not going to see this anymore as Warriors fans. This is it. This is our golden era. This is the Niners in the 80s. This is the Giants in the 2010 when we 2012 2014. This is the Warriors dynasty right now. So hopefully he goes off and then and we win this shit and then we get our first parade in the city and we first we raise our first trophy in the city as well. So I'm juiced.
Oh,
I'm
some news. Warriors announced that instead of the Thrive City outside for games
Oh, they're gonna go
4,
inside.
yeah, all the away games they're gonna be inside.
Yeah,
$25 a ticket. I think I might fuck with one of those.
$25.
I've never been
Shit.
inside of Chase, so it'll be a good
Mm-hmm.
opportunity for me, cheap. Uh, go check it out.
That'd
I
be
could
dope.
hop the ferry over there. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
from my side of the bay, hop the ferry over there. Go check it out real quick. I think I might go for game 3. I'm tempted to go
Mm-hmm.
check it out in person. I was supposed to go to Joe Coy with the wife, but they rescheduled that, and we couldn't make it the day they rescheduled to. That was gonna be my first trip to Chase, so I might just do it. Get some nachos, get a couple drinks, chill, watch the game
That
with
whole
the
area is
crowd.
sick too. Whole area is sick. They got the restaurants, they got the breweries, all that shit. This shit's dope.
Yeah, I'm tempted to go down there, swoop on some tickets, and just check it out. $25, you know what I mean? Why not?
Mm-hmm.
Why not? It'll be live. People will be amped up. Uh, Especially if we're up in the series, it'll be super live. Either way, it'll be fucking super live. So yeah, if you guys want, you can check that out too. I just looked it up on I think it's just chasecenter.com or chasecenter.com, and
Mm-hmm.
you just register and then you can get your tickets. It's $25 for any ticket. They only have certain sections open,
Yeah.
but any view is good because you're gonna be looking at the screen anyway. So pretty much if you want a straight on view of the screen, there's you can see the little map, get your
Mm-hmm.
guide and pick your tickets from there. But I think I'm gonna do at least one of those. I believe I'm gonna try to at least. Maybe I'll
All right.
see if some of y'all want to go down there. Maybe the kid check
Yeah,
it
for
out.
sure.
But I'm definitely respecting Boston in the series. But I think the Warriors are the superior team. Warriors are, it's like that Quest, the team of destiny type of thing. You got the older cats on their way out, and we're just too deep. Aside from Jalen Brown and Tatum, nobody scares me on that squad. Marcus Smart defensively is solid, but he's not going to be much of a factor scoring wise. He's kind of like a Draymond, where he'll make some open shots here and there, but you're not really scared when he shoots. You're gonna be like encouraged. You'd rather have him shooting and him with the ball in his hands as opposed to a Jason Tatum or a Jalen Brown. That's for sure. Uh,
Hmm.
but hopefully, GPT could come in
Hell
and we
yeah.
could throw him on, rotate him on to Tatum, him and Wiggins and Dre. All three of them should get a crack at Jason Tatum. And on our formula throughout the playoffs, let that one score. Make him work though, not just let him score, but make him work. If he's the only one scoring, nobody else is a factor. That's been
Hmm.
you know, pretty good for us. It worked against Luca. It worked against Ja, even though he got hurt when he was in. What were we 2-1? Was the series 2-1 or 1-1? It might have been 2-1.
You won the first.
Two.
Yeah, 1-1. Was it 1-1? Yeah, we was 1-1 at Memphis, and then we won next
Yeah. Yeah. Well, either way, I mean, I'm just
two.
saying,
Yeah, we're 3-1,
Jokic was
and
kind
then
of
we
going
lost.
off on us too at times, but
Hmm.
these guys get 30. Okay, that's cool. If as long as everybody else we keep in check, that's fine.
Shut them down.
Because
Yeah.
because our guys, we get 4 or 5 players in double digits most of the time. So as long as our players
Hmm.
keep playing hard, uh, if it's a physical, uh, you know, old school playoff vibe, knockout, drag out type of dog fight, I think we're built for that too. People think that the
Hmm.
Warriors are just a finesse jump shooting team, but going back to the 2015, 2016 teams, we were a defensive squad as well. We played pretty good defense. So they tend to label the West Coast as soft when it comes to sports. You get that
Hmm.
bullshit vibe. You see it with the Niners. They used to always say we were soft, but we were a physical team with the running game. Back Roger Craig was, fourth quarter kneeing people in the face. And our defenses were solid, but we don't get the credit out here for whatever reason. And I see some of the
Yeah.
disrespect already from the national media. And the Warriors have a lot of haters. You got a lot of people that don't want Steph to get 4 and tie LeBron. So you get all those guys. You got Laker fans. You got Celtic fans. You got East Coast biased people. You got people that just don't like the Warriors, like Charles Barkley, Kendrick Perkins. So these national media guys they're gonna hate on us, and that's
Yeah.
fine. It
Yeah.
during our all of our runs, they've been hating on us. So
Hmm.
media don't mean shit anyway, especially national. They're not covering here. They're not seeing the day to day. Um, so we'll see what happens. But I think I would bet on the Warriors winning the series. I'm not
Hmm.
even if it goes 7 Warriors. I still feel confident Warriors are going to win that game. I'm not going to be sweating that 7th game unless we have an injury or some shit like that.
That's
A
yeah.
repeat of the Toronto finals, but
Or Draymond fucking losing it,
that is a
and
concern.
that's
That
another
is a
thing too.
concern.
If one of those two happens, then I can see, yeah.
I could see
Other
him
than
getting
that,
into a Marcus Smart,
hmm
getting double technicals a couple times.
but he's been good though.
Maybe,
But Draymond's been kind of cooled off, and he
yeah,
knows,
but
he's
these
but he
Celtics are
yeah yeah
physical.
yeah,
They can be
especially in
physical.
Boston, yeah, those fans and yeah,
Yeah, you just gotta relax, Draymond. Don't get no
you
stupid
chill, yeah,
tears.
just relax, blood, just relax.
All right. Any other thoughts on the finals heading into game one?
Um,
Not really, right? I think we covered everything.
yeah. I'm gonna be in
What was the
SoCal
X
next
factor?
week. I just gotta find a spot. Hit up Womack, talked to him earlier. He won't be around, but I just gotta find a spot in SoCal. I'll be in. I think Game 4 is Friday, and I'm gonna
Hooters.
be.
I would recommend
I gotta
Hooters.
find me a Hooters or something like that. Yeah, I gotta find me something.
Hooters or a variant. Hooters
Hmm.
variant. Twin Peaks is another option.
Something. Yeah. So yeah,
Something nice.
I'm gonna have to do my research from that area, see what's up, because I'm gonna be with with my wife in SoCal, so we gotta find a spot. I already told her we're watching
All
the game
right.
on Friday.
All right. Let's jump to. I think it's gonna be kind of a short episode tonight.
Cool. It's
We
all
always
good.
say that. We always end up going through, but I think this one is gonna be short. It's a work night for the wife, so she got to get to bed early tonight. Uh, Tank versus Raleigh. Fight
Mhm.
was over the weekend.
Mhm.
This was a good fight.
Mhm.
A lot of shit talking, a lot of
Mhm.
shit talking leading up to this fight. Raleigh was talking shit. Tank was talking shit. You had the little shove off the platform. That was funny. That was probably scripted. I'm sure they probably scripted it, but it was funny.
Yeah. You had
Like
to
the
sell some
W,
pay-per
some of
views,
the WWE antics and shit like
Yeah,
that
you had to sell
sometimes.
some pay-per-view tickets, you know what I'm saying?
Raleigh's a weird dude though. He talks like a fucking weirdo. Um, but it was funny some of the back and forth leading up. Tank called Raleigh's trainer Booker T. That was funny.
Mhm.
And they were just going at it. This fight played out how I figured it was going to go. And we talked to E Major in the group chat about this. I know I said for sure Tank was gonna
Mhm.
get a KO. You said that too. I think you said 8 rounds or something like that.
I said,
6 to 8 rounds.
yeah, 6 to 8 rounds, and I think he got dropped in the 6th round, so yeah.
Yeah, I think I said take the under. Over under on this was 6.5, and it just hit that under. Um,
Wow.
Now this fight was, let's get to the fight itself. Tank Davis was, you could see he was kind of measuring Raleigh.
Mhm.
Raleigh's a younger cat, they say he's not the
Mhm.
brightest, so he's kind of, you could see Tank was kind of setting him up. Now Raleigh
Yeah.
was winning rounds. He was winning rounds, but Tank was winning a couple. I never felt Tank was in danger in this fight. You could see Tank was just
Mhm.
waiting. He was
Mhm.
smaller and he was having a hard time getting in, and Raleigh was trying to come forward because Tank is not that great off his back foot, fighting backwards. So that was a good strategy. I just don't feel Raleigh had the defensive awareness to pull this off for the whole fight. And the knockout itself was reminiscent of the first thing I thought was Marquez Pacquiao. He just timed him
Mhm.
perfectly coming in. Pacquiao was slipping, Raleigh was slipping, clean on the right in the fucking jaw. You knew Raleigh was out from the get. Now, if he didn't hit those ropes, I think he probably would have ended up like
Mhm.
Pacquiao. He would have hit his face on the ground and probably
Mhm.
been out cold and doing that Pacquiao twitching and shit. Uh, but the ropes kind of saved him. So instead of that,
Yeah.
it was like the Martin boxing one where he's all hanging on the ropes. I seen one little funny edit where they had Rey Mysterio come over and do the Rey Mysterio kick on Raleigh, and then he fell, and then they came back
Yeah.
and did another one. That shit had me dead.
Mhm.
Uh, but it was I wouldn't say it was pay per view worthy.
Nah.
But we don't pay for fights around these
We had
ways.
them links on deck,
We
yeah.
got some links, and we go around and find the ones that work. Uh, but it was a good fight. Saturday night
Mhm.
entertainment.
Hey,
Got a lot
yeah,
of memes
exactly.
out of it.
Hell yeah.
Cost
Much
us 3
laugh.
days of Instagram, but that's another story. I'm not. I don't think I'm gonna be posting fight endings because that shit was ridiculous. I've told you, man. Like I showed you the
Mhm.
screenshot. I couldn't even go
Yeah.
on the page at all. Like it just kept on clicking. I click, click, click. That shit was like glitching out. I was like, man, I gotta use my personal IG now instead to look at everything. And I
Mhm.
don't got like all the follows. I don't follow all the sports as much as I do on the GDBZ page. So that was whack. Um, so I don't know if I'm gonna be posting the fight endings from now on. Maybe I probably will. I don't give a fuck.
Mhm.
We're gonna get banned. We're gonna get banned eventually for life, but whatever. We have a Twitter. We can always make another.
Yeah.
Did you get a chance to see the fight? I know you were doing some family time.
Yeah, so I was able to, get my link worked, have a little party celebration, in the 925. It was my niece's birthday. Shout out to Milani. Um, so yeah, I was watching it with my cousin Mel. We were watching that shit. It was we were watching it on my, on the phone. Um, I think we were both were saying is, it was an entertaining fight. You could see that Romero was hitting Tank, but it wasn't nothing major, and you can see that like you said, Tank was starting to slow down the fight a little bit and just measuring up, because I believe Tank did say that, I think there was one punch that he felt Romero's power, so he was, pretty much measuring up for that knockout, and he got him good. He got him on the, straight on the way high side. That
I thought it
glove
was
hit
like on the
him pretty
jaw
much
right here,
once.
kind of.
Yeah, like got him like right here, that area, and like you mentioned too, he was going down. The rope kind of slowed his fall, but he was out though. He
He was
did
fucked
get
up.
up. Yeah, you could tell he was woozy. You could tell the the ref was telling them to come over here. You can see the little Bambi legs, a little stuttering, and then at first I was like, once they called it off, it was over. I was like, oh damn, that's too quick. But then you could see when Romero, he dipped, he left the ring.
Yeah,
And
he
you
was
could tell
out.
that
At
he was
first, I was like,
out.
"Oh, he's whack for that. He's being a pussy." But
Nah,
then
he
I was
was
like, "Yeah, he was." I was watching my
he was
father-in-law, and he's like, "Nah, he was fucked up. Like he was
Yeah,
concussed."
you could tell. And
I
I
was
don't
like,
know
"Yeah,
if you
that's
saw
that's a good
that.
point."
Yeah. And I don't know if you saw that meme too, where what's the name? Remember the weekend when he was on that
Yeah, that shit was
Super
funny.
Bowl
He was looking
halftime
around
when
like,
he's looking for the room? And he did exactly. I was saying the same shit. It's like I was telling him, man, I was like, look, you could tell he don't know where he's going. You could tell he's confused. He's probably asking, what happened. Damn, he could tell he was asking what was going on because you could tell he was out. And me and Mel were watching that. And he's like, yep, you could tell. Because at first I was like, oh, damn, they stopped this fight a little bit too early. Because I thought, out of watching my phone, I was like, oh, he got up quick. Oh, look, he got
nah.
his,
I knew he was out because his
yeah,
legs were fucked up.
yeah. And then after that, when I was like, oh yeah, now I know, because I was watching on my phone, But after that, I was like, oh yeah, they made the right call. They made the right call because he was out. He dipped. He was gone. And that the whole little thing, he went to like the locker room and he's looking, to what door he's, I think he put his glove on top of somebody's shoulder so they could guide him. So when you see a boxer do that, you can tell like, oh yeah, he's out of it. Maybe he had a concussion or something like that. That's why I even told Mel. I was like, I mean, he might be concussed because he looks like he don't know where he's going and where he's walking to. So, yeah, it was it's entertaining fight. I did not watch any other. I did not watch any of the undercards. So
I don't even really watch undercards anymore. They've got so garbage. Back in the day, you used to get like decent fights on the undercard,
yeah,
but
yeah,
the last 10 years they've been trash.
yeah.
Um, I wish some of these promoters would be smarter. That's where they lose out to UFC because UFC puts together much better cards.
Great ass lineup. Yeah.
But the greed of promoters will always prevent the
Hmm.
fans from getting great boxing cards. You get great
Yeah.
boxing matches here and there, but you rarely get a great card once every 10 years, maybe, where you
Hmm.
get multiple superstars and good fights. I can't even remember the last one where we got good undercards on it where it was like, oh shit, this is a legit fight. It doesn't happen very
Hmm.
often anymore. Uh, so Wall says Raleigh surprised me. He was definitely game, won a couple rounds. He came to fight. Unfortunately, there are levels to this, and Tank is just at a higher level.
Hmm.
Not only that, but Tank has superior power even to Raleigh. I thought Raleigh was going to be game from the start, but I think I just knew that Tank's power was going to be the equalizer. Um, but yeah, you're right. He was game. This
Hmm.
is probably the best fight he could fight. I would say that he was following a puncher around way too much. I mentioned that in the group chat with E Major and you. It's like this dude's following the puncher around. He's gonna get knocked out pretty soon because you're. I know you're trying to make him fight off the back foot, but you're following a guy with pop in his gloves.
Yeah.
We've seen it against Leo Santa Cruz. We've seen it against Barrios. He has that one punch knockout ability, and you're following this dude around, and your defense is not very great, and your head movement is not that great. You're walking into something eventually, and that's what ended up happening. He went Pacquiao Nyquil. Uh,
Hmm.
it was very reminiscent of the Marquez Pacquiao. Um, but anyway, it was a good fight.
Yeah.
What else do we have? Oh, where does Tank go from here? Where do you want to see him? Teofimo jumped in, was talking a lot of shit, saying he's the only one that could be Tank right now. During the fight, you had constant chatter between Tank and Ryan Garcia, who's
I was about to
notorious
say, I
for
think I
ducking
saw
everybody.
Ryan Garcia. Yeah,
Notorious for ducking
talking some shit.
everybody. Ryan Garcia bet 20,000, I believe, on Raleigh.
Yeah, with
Rolly.
Earl Spence. Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I guess he paid him up. That's what that was cleared up
Okay.
today. He cashed him out. Um, Ryan Garcia's not the smartest dude. I'm gonna say that. Yeah, but why would you? I don't know why you'd bet 20 G's on
Yeah. When
Rolly.
I seen that, when I seen that, I was like, really? Damn.
No, he's
I was
just
like,
hating Tank.
that's easy money right there. Yeah, he just hating on
So
Tank for sure.
if you get your pick, let's say you got your pick out of the winner of Haney versus Cambosos, Tiafimo, or Ryan Garcia, who would you pair up Tank with, or do you got another
Uh,
guy you'd pair him up with?
now I'm
You're the
interested.
matchmaker. You get to call all the shots.
Yeah,
What
now
say?
with Tank, winning, beating Raleigh. Now I'm very interested in this fight with Gambosos and Haney, and whoever wins that, I would say, all right, what's up? Let's get a fight. Maybe in September or June, maybe in October, November, and have those two fight. So I would say the winner of Cambosos and Haney against Tank, make it happen.
Uh, yeah, I think that would be good, but for me, I'd rather see Tiafimo versus
Teofimo,
Tank. Yeah, because they both got knockout power. Uh,
hmm
Tiafimo is supposedly training under Eddie Reynoso now, who's Canelo's trainer. So I
I
think
gotta
that's
see him,
gonna be, I think
but
that's
you
gonna be a
would,
step up from his pops for sure.
but you would want to have um, fight before he faces Tank, though. What's it called?
A tune up? Nah, I
Tune
think
up. I would, just to make sure.
I like to see it. Let's just see it, because otherwise, we're gonna wait a
That's
year. These dudes need to start
that's
fighting
another thing. So
more.
yeah, you gotta fight at least 2 to 3 times a year, at least. At least you guys are hella young. You guys are in your 20s. Let's do it.
Yeah, fucking yeah. I think that's good, but to me, that's the most stylistically. That's the best fight you're gonna get because you're gonna get knockdowns. Somebody's gonna get knocked out. Um, between Tiafimo and Tank that's explosive. That's gonna be fight of
hmm
the year candidate, I would think, because you can see multiple knockdowns. You could see Tank knocking out Tiafimo. You could see Tiafimo getting back up and knocking Tank down, and then somebody finishing off the fight. I think you'd be looking at on paper. You're looking at a possibility of an all-time classic fight in that regards because those two guys both got pop. Uh, and Tiafimo, we need to see him back it up and keep, talk the talk and walk the walk. He's been talking a lot. I will say he did fight Loma and Camboso, so I mean he ain't afraid of the big matchups. So
Well,
hopefully,
okay, Teofimo.
oh, yeah, hopefully we get to see it because I think that's going to be definitely the most explosive fight you could possibly see out of all these combinations.
Yeah.
Both these guys got knockout power. If you look at Tank versus Haney, I think you're gonna be looking at a slower pace. Haney's gonna stay away from Tank for the most
hmm
part. He's gonna jab 1-2, get on that bike. I don't think he's going near Tank because I think Tank will knock out Haney if he
Mm.
if he engages with him. I would pick on I would pick Tank in that fight.
Mate, where you at? You gotta hop on this
I
convo.
would I would pick Tank. I know Haney's got better technical abilities, but Haney's already been shown he can be rocked. Um, he got rocked against what the hell is that cat's name?
The
Oh,
old dude. What's his name? Yeah, I know you're
the
talking about.
old, what is he, like, Argentinian or, what
hmm
the
I know
what
you're
is his
talking about.
let me fucking look this shit up. I gotta look this up. I've been looking for this
Uh,
name for the last couple weeks. Devin Haney, box rec. And I'm gonna
trying
be like, "Damn, that was his name?" Like, I already know.
Argentinian dude. Yeah, I know.
Linares.
Linares. Okay,
Linares.
Linares. Yeah.
Of course, I remember right when I get to the page. Linares rocked him. Uh, Jojo Diaz. He didn't really rock him, but he kinda stunned him. And then you don't see the power out of Haney, and that's gonna be a problem against a guy like Tank,
hmm
because eventually Tank is gonna start walking through those punches. Uh, he couldn't even put down Gamboa, who has a
hmm
glass jaw, and really Haney didn't even hurt Gamboa that whole fight,
hmm
and that's when he started having the questions. He didn't really hurt Linares, who Lomachenko put down and put out, stopped him.
hmm
So you see that I don't think he dropped Joseph Diaz either. So you see that Haney, while he's a great boxer, stylistically, technically, he doesn't have that pop. So,
hmm
which is why I don't think he can ever be like a Mayweather, because
hmm
Mayweather at Haney's age, he had pop. That was Pretty Boy Floyd. He was getting wins. He was knocking people out with his hands before he had the hand injury. So I think against like the lower level B tier guys or guys without power, Haney could be a good champion, but I don't think he's ever going to be in the pound for pound. I think guys like Shakur Stevenson has more pop, and
hmm
he has better defense. And I think he has better pop in the 1-2. I think he's a little bit better ring IQ. I think Shakur Stevenson would beat Devin Haney as well. And now in this Devin Haney versus Cambosos fight, this is going to be a good fight. Those Aussies down when they're at home, they fight hard. Jeff Horn
Mhm.
upset Pacquiao, that comes to mind. You had a
Mhm.
couple other ones in there, but I think this is going to be. Um,
And this is gonna be
I
on
think
the zone, right?
Haney's going to be able to run away from this one because Cambosos look very good against Tiafimo, and I know Tiafimo technically is not as sound as Haney. Haney has, I would say, better defense than Tiafimo and better movement. But Tiafimo had that pop. He put down Cambosos. I think he put him down once. So that was a little bit of equalizer. Haney is the better boxer than Cambosos, but Cambosos has shown that he's game and he ain't scared to mix it up. Um, so I think, of course, Cambosos is going to try to make it a dogfight, and Haney's going to try to box smart and stay away. But I'm tempted to pick Cambosos in the upset because I
Oh, okay,
have seen
okay.
some of the holes in Haney's game. But I think Haney is gonna outpoint him just enough. I think you're looking at a close match. I'm gonna pick Haney by a round. I think it's gonna
Okay, yeah.
be. I think it's gonna be a close fight. I think you're gonna be looking at some good exchanges between the two of them. I think because Cambosos, I don't think he's gonna be scared of Haney's power. So eventually he might
Mhm.
stay back and respect him for the first few rounds. But I think towards the end of the fight, it's gonna heat up and you're gonna get more of that telephone booth fighting. And Haney, while he has shown the ability to box and stay away, he's also shown that ability to mix it up, which is a mistake for him. I think it's a mistake. I think he needs to start throwing more of a power jab instead of that little tap jab. Develop more of a power jab like Oscar had, where he's snapping it. Oscar De La Hoya had one of the best jabs ever, and he would throw it with conviction, with power. At times, it was more of a snapping, stiff jab, where Haney's is just a quicker jab. But I
Okay.
think he could develop that. I think there's definitely a way he could start fighting behind a stiffer jab. I just think he needs to get a little smarter and even though he is pretty sound technically, don't mix it up with guys when you don't have that pop. That would be my advice. Um, I'm just a fan. I'm not a fucking expert or by any means, but just from the eyeball test, that's what I would say. In this fight, you're gonna look at it's gonna get. I think it's gonna get close down the stretch of the fight.
Yeah. Yeah, this
So
so
it
yeah,
would be
it's gonna
nice
be
to
on
have
it's gonna
Major
be
on
on
here because
ESPN,
he's a big
and
Haney
yeah, he's a handy guy. I'm thinking, what time is it gonna be at? Because they're fighting in Australia.
guy. We could ask Major that one. He would probably
Yeah,
know.
and it's gonna be on ESPN, not ESPN Plus. So, and
Let me see. Let me pull up the time. Do we got time on this?
I
Do
don't
we
see
got
no time for it.
Haney versus Cambosos?
Might be in the
Is it this
afternoon.
weekend?
Yeah, yeah, on the 4th.
Man, let me see here.
And I don't know if you heard, but they just announced on July 30th, uh, Denny Garcia versus Benavidez.
Oh, that's the brother though. That's
Oh, Jose Benavidez Jr.
Jose. Yeah, that's his brother.
Okay, all
That's
right.
the one that Crawford knocked out.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay, I was about to say, damn.
That's good. I mean, that's all right. It doesn't really move the needle too much. Danny, I mean, he's been out for a while, so that's a good little tune-up fight right there.
Mm-hmm.
It's nothing special, but I'll watch it. Oh, I think it's on the Zone. Is it on the Zone?
Nah, it shows ESPN.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
I can't find a time. It says 6 o'clock. That's the main card, but um, wait, what the fuck?
Nah, it
Oh, in
can't be.
Australia it's 10 a.m.
So it's 10
Here it's
a.m. our
9.
time.
Here it's 6 p.m. in on the East Coast, on the West Coast.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's 6 p.m. So it's kind of standard.
Okay.
Probably they'll probably fight around 8:30 in the main fight. I'm guessing.
All
Seems to
right.
be like how it goes. Shit, maybe we should do a live stream for that one. I might try to do a live stream for that one.
On ESPN. It's on ESPN too.
I think it's gonna be a good fight though. I think that
No link. Yeah, it should be. Yeah, hell yeah.
and I think both fighters can still come back after that. I don't think there's gonna be any shame in losing that fight. I think you're
Mm-hmm.
still gonna be looking at both those people, whoever wins or whoever loses, being players in that
Yeah, well,
135,
yeah.
140
If it's a
area.
close unanimous fighter, at least somebody, if nobody does it get knocked out.
Some info. I think we mentioned it last time, but Haney's father is not going to be allowed in. So
Garcia, damn.
that could be a factor.
Factor.
He's going to be having a new trainer stepping in to help out with that, and it's down under. I mean, that could be a factor. We've seen guys go down there and take L's.
Mhm.
Uh, it's not enough for me to bet on Cambosos because I think he's only plus 165 or something like one plus 145. So that ain't that great of a odds for me to take the dog in that one.
Mhm.
But I would probably put money on the over. That's the one bet I would say that would be my hot pick for this fight because I don't see either of them getting knocked out. I think this is going full 12 rounds. Let me see
Mhm.
if I could pull up the odds on that because I'm thinking that's pretty much a lock. I think that's a lock. I mean, nothing's a lock for sure, but that would be out of all the possible bets on that fight. That would be my hot pick. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Let me see. Haney versus Cambosos. You're looking at an over under. Oh yeah, and the boxing, the Vegas agrees with me. You're looking at an over under of 10.5 rounds, and it's minus 435. You would have to put down $435
Damn.
to get back 100. So yeah, even though that's pretty much a lock, ain't nobody putting. I'm not putting down 435. That's too rich for my blood. 435 to win back 100. Stay away from this fight. Let's just watch this fight. I wouldn't bet on this one.
Yeah.
I mean, 175 for
Like,
Haney. Yeah,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
probably the best
I
bet to
wouldn't
make.
put. Oh yeah, like you said, I would just watch it. No need to put some money down. Like you said, to maybe do a live stream, live reaction. See,
See if we can get it popping. Boxing world, get the boxing world amped up. Go with
Mhm.
dirty bastard hypes. Uh, any other big fights? Oh, Joshua and Usyk. What was that? July something? I'm taking
Yeah,
Joshua.
July 23rd. July
I know
23rd.
I was on the fence last week, but I'm gonna take Joshua to get the upset in this rematch.
I'll take Usyk.
Officially, I think he's
Usyk is
gonna
going to put some bread.
Ruiz, he was able to make adjustments. He's gonna be working with Robert Garcia this fight. They just announced that. So I think maybe he comes in better technically and works behind that jab and just conditioning wise. That was the main thing is he got tired. He needs to do better conditioning wise. And
Mm-hmm.
I think, because he has the height and the
Better
reach,
cardio.
work behind that jab, get on your cardio. Don't go so much for knockouts. Just keep him at bay with the jab. He's going to try to duck under and come with the counters. So just be smarter, be on your bicycle a little bit more. And I think you could
Mm-hmm.
easily box his way to a decision against Usyk. I think I'm taking it. I'll make it official. Upset City. I wonder what the odds are going to be on that.
Let me know.
That's going to
Yeah,
be another one.
let me know. Bet a bottle.
I think. Oh, okay. We can definitely do that. We could do that. Okay, so that's it for the boxing news. Like I said, this is gonna be a short episode tonight. Uh, while I got audience's attention, just make sure you give us a like and subscribe if you get a chance. Really helps out on the algorithm. Get us some
Mm-hmm.
subscribers. We need some subs. Get us some fucking subs. Uh, get us popping. GDBZ.
Get
Tell
us
your friends.
popping.
Tell your family. We're gonna start passing out some more stickers to hand so people can throw them up. Like I said, I'm gonna just put it along the bottom there. Like, subscribe, jump in with comments too. We always
Yeah.
try to do our best to answer comments. If you'd like to come on the show, we're open to that too. We're gonna ask you some questions beforehand though. Make sure you're up for the, you got your knowledge. You can DM us on either Twitter or Instagram. And
Mm-hmm.
if you're knowledgeable about the sports, we'll get you on, whether it be Niners, Warriors, boxing, whatever you want to talk. Even if you want to
Mm-hmm.
talk, streaming or movies, whatever. We have many options here. We cover a little bit of everything. So if you want to come on, we can work it out. Hit us up in the DM, and we'll get back to you, and just kind of gauge where you're at, sports wise. If you're a sports fan, you're
Mm-hmm.
pretty knowledgeable enough to come on, most likely.
Yeah.
And if you know any females that are interested in coming on, we definitely like to get a um, female on here
Perspective.
to get the female perspective. We've never had that on here yet. So if you know a lady that's into boxing, hoops,
There's a lot of
football,
ladies that love boxing.
yeah, get them on. We'll get them on here. They can give us the female perspective. We would love to have that on here. Get a little change up the flow here. Um, and even if they want to be a permanent, that or just time to time guest, that would be cool. So
Mhm.
yeah, that's on the DMs in on IG, in Twitter. Is that all we got? We do have a fucking TikTok, but I never post. I was supposed to get my daughters to handle that. Uh, Also, I am gonna be trying to work on a Discord possibly if I get the time to
Okay.
do that. I gotta learn how to use all that shit anyway. We may have a Discord where we could have like a little, Gold Dirty Bastards group
Discussions, yeah.
group room. Yeah, talk hoops, talk, like I said, hoops,
Might
football, MMA,
might throw in some links for some fights too. You never
some
know. Hey,
links, possibly. Uh,
possible.
Other news, real quick in the MMA world, I want to touch on. The I had mentioned this a few weeks back. Masvidal and McGregor is being talked about, and I said that was going to be one of the best fights uh, leading up to the fight, and it's probably going to be a high views. Dana should have been made this fight, but I guess the time is right now. So you could be looking at McGregor versus Masvidal. They're starting to chirp back and forth on Instagram and
Mhm.
Twitter, all that shit. So that's one to look out for, and that's going to be another one of them fights where it's explosive. That's what you want to see. You're definitely not going to get a wrestling match in that one. I wouldn't expect. Take the under in that. That's probably a knockout fight right there.
Hell yeah.
I would probably. I mean, let's let them announce it first, then we'll make our picks. But I would say under would be the hot pick on that for sure.
Under
Any
two
other fight
rounds.
news? Any other shit
Uh,
talking? Oh, Ryan Garcia was talking shit, of course, but we don't believe it till we see it out of you, Ryan. We're not trying to be haters, but we got to see it, man. Like you talk all this
nah.
shit, we got to see it. We got to see you take on these challengers. Don't be talking shit online at the tank and then pulling out of fights and getting fights with guys we don't want to see you
Yeah.
fight.
When
And
your fight first in July next month. Win that first and
yeah,
then talk.
I mean, he ducked Pitbull. Let's be honest. That was supposed to be made. I know Oscar had something to do with that. He paid the WBC some money on the under. I'm guessing, and they made that fight go away.
A lot of people thought Pitbull beat a Tank too. So I didn't watch that fight. I missed it.
I thought
Uh,
that Pitbull beat Tank.
but my pops was talking about it. He was super juiced. He said that fight was I don't know if it was or he was saying it was nothing but action, straight, not
I
nonstop.
thought
And
Pitbull beat Tank. I don't think that Tank didn't. If anything, it was a draw. I don't think Tank did nearly enough to win that fight. Now he says he was hurt, so we should see that. That's
mm-hmm,
another option. We could run that
mm-hmm,
back. I think that's a good fight right there. But I don't think Tank really wants to run that back. It didn't seem like he wanted to run that back. So I don't know.
mm-hmm.
It should be ran back though. That definitely deserves a rematch. Pitbull deserves a rematch because Pitbull was bringing it. Okay, so we're done with the boxing. We're done with that. Want to touch on some of this Trey Lance stuff real quick? We kind of did it last time.
Same thing.
Basically saying, yeah, we don't got to repeat it. They're just
It's the
different
same
assholes,
thing.
different guys.
Yeah.
Every day you hear something about Trey's weak. Niners shouldn't have drafted him. Even our
Yeah.
fans, I've been in the Facebook, they're super hating. I'm like, damn, we got more Jimmy G fans than we got Niner fans. I didn't realize that till like recently. But you go
Yeah.
on the Facebook chats, any post about Trey Lance, you just go and you read them comments and shit. You jump in there, you go and see some Jimmy groupies up in there. Um, a lot of the women, they like Jimmy G, so they're gonna hype him up. But
Yeah.
I guess some of the guys do too. I don't know. Seems like it. But yeah. That's another story. We'll get into training camp. This is gonna be the whole time until the first game. We're gonna be hearing, or until we get rid of Jimmy G. You're gonna keep hearing this shit, and even afterwards, until Trey plays that first game and shows
Mhm.
people, we're gonna be hearing this. So we'll touch on all that. I don't think
Yeah.
there's any other Niner news out there.
Nah.
That's surprising, but
Let
oh,
me I'll
Drake
be back.
Jackson.
Give me
Drake
1 minute. One
Jackson.
minute. I'm gonna be right back.
Yeah, it's all good.
Yeah, I'll be right back.
Drake Jackson, the 49ers first pick in the draft. I think it was what, third round. Uh, he missed. I think he missed practice today with and he had some a contusion wrap on him or something like that. So I'm not too worried about it. It's still early. We haven't even started preseason. He'll be all right. He's gonna be a nice pair up with Nick Bosa. We'll talk more Niners in the next few weeks. Get back. Usually the Niners dominate our podcast. We're giving them like an hour. Um, we're giving them like an hour usually. Let's see. What else we got on the agenda? Give me a second here. Let me pull up some of the top. Oh, rest in peace to Marion Barber. That's a quick hit I wanted to get to. Former Cowboys running back, dead at 38. Uh, that was, only 38 years old. It felt like he's older than that. But man, these running backs' careers are really short, especially this guy. He was a physical running back, bruiser. I respected him even though he was a Cowboy. He brought his hat to work. He wasn't afraid to run into a linebacker, to not run out of bounds and take on defenders head on, old school style. But it ended up costing him some of his career. You could tell because he had a very short career. Injuries came into play, and I think he lost some of that speed. But yeah, Marion Barber, rest in peace, dead at 38. Always sad to hear former players, you watched back in the day pass. So rest in peace, Marion Barber. We'll put the Cowboys aside. Johnny Depp, that was a quick hit. I know everybody, I wasn't hyped on this, but let's talk about it for everybody else. Johnny Depp won his case today. That was big. That was trending on Google all over the place. You heard about Johnny Johnny Depp. Amber Heard was a weirdo, so that's cool. I'm glad he won, but I wasn't as hyped as all these other people. That I thought it was kind of strange that they televised this and it got as much hype as it did. But who knows what the fuck goes on with that? Who chooses what gets shown? But that's a whole nother story. Anything else? Let me scroll through here, see if there's anything else popular that we want to touch on real quick before we get to our TV shows, movies segment. But let's just get to that. Big Leo will jump in here in a few minutes. What we're watching, that's what we talk about. What we watch in movie theaters, we're watching on streaming, regular TV. So this week, I finally made the jump. I cut the cable. I got rid of my Direct TV, and I hopped on the Hulu package. I was already having the Hulu, ESPN Plus, and Disney. Me and the kids watched a lot of the Disney shows on there. So that made sense just to bundle them up. DirecTV just got way too much, man. I wasn't feeling them. I've been with them, shit, 20, 23, 24 years straight. So, it's definitely a change of era. You're looking at the cord cutting as being the best choice for most people. And Hulu worked for me because you get pretty good live channels. You get all your locals, you get your local channels. I was just saying I cut my DirecTV finally, and I went with Hulu. I went with the new Hulu bundle, the live TV, and then I already had the Disney Plus, Hulu, and ESPN Plus. So far, I haven't really missed it at all.
All right.
I was talking to the wife, and I'm like, it's time. She was the one who watched it more than me, and I'm like, but do you really watch anything on there that you can't watch on the Hulu? And then we looked, and she likes those house shows where they fix up the house.
Yeah, yeah.
The property
Would you
assholes, whatever the
how
names are.
well. All right. Yeah. Well, I was gonna say, well, are you gonna miss like for example, though, would you be able to watch? Let's say, well, you're of course you're not gonna miss the finals because the finals are on the ABC. But let's say if it was just regular season, how would you be watching it? Do you still have Comcast supports?
Yeah, they do. They have NBC. Isn't it
Okay,
NBC
gotcha.
now? Yeah, NBC, whatever,
Hmm.
CNBC or whatever.
Okay,
No, what is it
okay.
called? NBC Sports or some shit.
CNBC Sports, yeah.
Yeah, so they have that on there,
Okay,
and then they have all the local channels: Channel 5, Channel 7,
okay, that's cool.
Cron 4, and the other one, NBC. So
Yeah.
they got all those on there. Yeah, it was just I was paying 130 for DirecTV with
Hmm.
no extra channels, just the basic shit. No
Yeah.
4K. So Hulu has 4K built in. And I don't even watch too much live TV anyway, but you can still record the shows you want to record on there.
Hmm.
You have an unlimited DVR last 9 months. So far, like I said, I haven't really missed DirecTV at all because pretty much 95%, well, 90% of the stuff I would watch that wasn't sports would
Hmm.
be streamed anyway. I was watching
Yeah.
and I have all the goddamn streaming services pretty much. So
Hmm.
I'm not gonna miss DirecTV. RIP. The only thing I won't be able to get would be the Sunday ticket, but I think they're gonna lose
That's
that after
yeah,
this
that
year anyway.
yeah, I think it's on. It's done
And we
after
have
this
links
season.
for those. And I can get the
Yeah,
Red
I
Zone channel
got.
for like $5, I think, a month on Hulu. So I could just do
Oh,
that.
okay.
Yeah, they
That's
have
not
a
bad.
sports package. Or actually, I think it's $10. It's a sports package. You get Red Zone, and then some of these other weird sports channels. But
That's
so,
not bad.
and I paid extra for the because I think you can only watch on two screens at once. If you don't get, you got to pay $10 more a month. You can watch on unlimited screens. So because the kids watch too. So I was like, I gotta
Yeah, yeah.
iPad, the computer, the two TVs,
Phone.
and their
Hmm.
phones. I was like, I better just pay that $10 and get that. But all in all, it came out with everything. I sound like a fucking Hulu spokesman. With everything, with the with the Hulu, with no ads, the Disney Plus and ESPN Plus, and then Hulu and the unlimited screens and all that shit. I think it's 85 a month. I was like, shit, yeah, I'll take that. And I even got Stars and Showtime with that too. So
Okay.
DirecTV
Not
wasn't
bad.
doing much for me, man. I had to just make that move. I'm loyal, but you ain't gonna just fuck me over for all these years. Like,
Yeah,
probably should
kind
have
of.
been dipped out on them. And like I said, we looked it over, and the wife found like most of the shows she likes them. She likes them house,
Everything's there.
Property Brothers, Lover to List, and all that kind of shit. She watches that, and I go to sleep. That type of stuff. But yeah. So let's get to what we're streaming and what we've seen in theaters. I seen Top Gun. I know you haven't seen it, so I'm not gonna give any
I haven't seen it
spoilers.
yet.
I was happy with this movie. Not gonna give any spoilers, but it was solid. Good action. Uh, along the lines with the first one, similar storylines.
Hmm.
But good action, good acting. Wasn't too. They didn't stray from the formula. They kept the same formula. What does this guy say? Danny, what's up, Danny? I watched Gold Blooded. The fuck is he talking about? He's probably drunk too.
Cold-blooded warriors. Cold dirty
Gold Blood.
bastards. What are you talking about, Danny?
Maybe there's a show I don't know about. It's called Gold Blooded. Uh, Threw me off. But yeah, I recommend seeing Top Gun. I didn't get to see it on the IMAX or the big XD screen or the moving seats. I wanted to do that, but my wife's like, do we really need to watch on the moving seats? Like, she's like, if we can, if you want. And I was like, she's like, you're going to pay extra money just for the seats to move. And I was like,
It's just like 20,
yeah.
20
I
bucks,
was
right?
like,
Like
you're right.
25.
I was like, you're right. But but the ones that are good is the one at the Stonestown Theater.
Hmm.
What is that? Regal. Those ones
Yeah.
move and they have like I think they have like air that blows on you and all that kind of
Yeah,
shit.
4DX or
Yeah.
something. I think it's called. Yeah.
The Cinemark ones, all they do is move. They don't have all that other shit, the
Yeah.
sense stuff. So I'm probably gonna go see it again, possibly on one of those on that 4DX or whatever it's called. That shit.
Hmm.
Uh, yeah, because I thought it was solid. I mean, I haven't seen too many movies twice lately. I kind of just don't do that anymore. But I did see Spider-Man No Way Home twice. My daughters were hyped on seeing that shit again.
Yeah.
But yeah, I give the Top Gun Maverick 2 thumbs up. I wasn't too long. It wasn't really boring. It had some good action, had some
Hmm.
comedy, it had some drama, had a little bit of everything. So it was a good little flow.
All
Danny
right.
says he watches us. Okay,
Thanks,
so
Danny.
Gold Blooded Bastards.
Cold-blooded bastards.
We should have just did Cold Blooded Bastards. Uh, Danny, what do you got for your pick for the Warriors? How many games does it go? The Warriors win. What you got, man?
Yes, let us know, Danny. Let us
Chime
know.
in. Chime in.
Chime in. Let us know,
Cool.
Danny.
So when are you gonna go see this Top Gun? You got plans for it?
Hopefully I get sometime this weekend. I know the Warriors play on Sunday, right? Thursday. Yeah, right. Second game two's on Sunday,
Thursday.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So I would have to go watch it or afternoon Sunday and then Warriors game or
Yeah. I
something
think
like that. I gotta
I think
watch it.
little Leo would like it too. He probably
I
hasn't seen the first
think
one, right? He ain't seen the first one, right? My daughters hadn't seen
nah,
it.
nah, he hasn't seen the first one.
Yeah,
But
they
he
didn't see
has
it either, and they were like,
gone
"Yeah, it's cool. It was good."
he has gone with me to watch Mission Impossible movies, and usually he likes those movies as well. Because I like the whole Mission Impossible franchise.
I've been done with those for a while.
Those are pretty sick. My dad got me watching those. I think that first one we went to go watch in theater, and then I started taking little Leo. But
And the
yeah,
Top Gun
most
ride at Great America, he probably went on
mm,
that,
he was just
even though
there
they
on.
changed the name.
He was just there. Yeah, what's it called? Top Deck or Top Flight? Something like
Flight
that.
Deck now, but I
Flight
still
Deck.
call that
Yeah,
shit Top Gun.
yeah. He
That
was
shit is
just
probably the
there.
best ride there too. That shit is
I
still
think
alive.
I think that's one of the rides he's always hopping on. But yeah, I haven't watched it, but I have been watching Obi-Wan on Disney Plus. I've been watching Stranger Things. I'm on
Did you
episode
see episode 3
5.
of Obi-Wan yet?
No.
I haven't seen it yet.
Okay.
Doomzilla told us. I didn't.
Right. Yeah,
We
he
weren't
was hyped.
aware that. Yeah.
Yeah, he was hyped. He sent a text like at 12:30 a.m. talking about holy moly or holy Toledo. I
Holy
don't know.
guacamole!
Yeah. So and that was because I thought it comes out tonight. I'm not sure
That's
yet.
what I thought.
But definitely we'll be checking out if there
It's only
is an
6 episodes, right?
I believe so. Yeah, I think so. 6 or 7. Yeah.
That's what I was doing all weekend. I was just watching hella shit. I watched
Yeah.
Stranger Things. We binged that on Friday night and Saturday. Did it in 2
Okay.
parts. My daughters were hella hyped. They love that shit. And then we did Obi-Wan before that, the first 2
Hmm.
episodes. And then we did Top Gun on
Oh.
Saturday. So yeah, Memorial Day weekend, we just pretty much watched shit. There was a bunch of stuff that came out.
Hmm.
The Boys comes out, I believe, June 3rd, if I'm not mistaken. So that's another one you could check out. I'll definitely
Okay.
be watching that. Let me double check on that.
Hmm.
But when does The Boys release? Let's see. I thought I seen June 3rd, but let me double check. Amazon Prime will release on. And can I just get a date? I don't want to read all this article bullshit. Huh? Now
Yeah,
they're
this is
saying you got any confirmation on this shit? Maybe not,
this
because
season.
we probably would have heard that if it was June 3rd.
I don't see anything.
Oh, I'm probably wrong then. Fake news.
4 days, 2 days ago. So yeah, no, you're right. June 3rd.
Oh yeah, okay. It does say June 3rd. Confirmation. Check that
Mm-hmm.
out. If you're into superhero shit and dark kind of, it's a different take on superheroes. If you haven't seen it yet, I recommend it on Amazon Prime. Got a lot of action and gore. You see a lot of blood.
Nice. Yeah.
It's like superheroes for adults,
June
basically.
3rd. Yes. Confirm.
We're gonna be on
It's
that shit,
confirmed.
I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
Probably jump on Doomzilla's thing.
Yeah. I'm
So that's
waiting for him
another
to
one to
invite
watch.
me. Yeah. I'm ready for an invite to the SF Comic Book Co. Company. Hop on.
Um, Stranger Things. What did you think? I know you didn't like it at first. Did you come around? Or you still not feeling it?
All right. So after watching the little recap from last season, I was like, okay, it was cool. I mean, I was
What
getting
episode are you
it's.
on?
I'm in episode 5 right now.
Okay, so episode 4 was pretty sick.
Yeah. So
That they
yeah.
everybody says that was probably the best episode out of the
Okay.
season.
Yeah. So I was watching. So yeah. So right before we started, it was me and
We
my
can give
girl. We were
spoilers
watching.
on that too
Yeah,
because
we were watching
it's
the
been out for a
recap from the
while.
season before, and I was like, okay, yeah, I remember this, I remember that, and for me, season 3 it was cool, it was all right. Can't say like, oh shit, it was hella sick like the first one,
I
or
think it
even
was too long. They should have cut some of it down.
um. So then after that, we started
These
watching.
episodes are long as fuck too.
These are more than an
Yeah, every
hour.
episode is 1 hour and 20
It's
minutes. Yeah, 1 hour
15, 20
15.
minutes. Yeah. So we watched the first 2 episodes, and I can notice is change of tone. A little
Well,
bit
because
more
they're older now.
darker. Yeah, a little, yeah, which makes sense. A little darker, a little bit more horror, a little bit even even I don't want to say gore, but you can see a little bit more shit. Like, oh shit, this was not happening in season 1, 2, or 3. So I can say it got a little bit more darker. And so we watched the first 2 episodes, and I could tell my girl after the second episode she was really into it, like the
Yeah.
previous seasons. I could tell off the bat.
That's
So
how
I
my
was like,
kids were too, but I was like, it's gonna get better. It's gonna get better.
so then I told her. So we started watching episode 3, and I could tell she was out of it. She was doing her own thing, watching. She was on her phone, whatever. So I could like, okay, and I was getting that vibe too. Like, do I really want to continue watching this? But then episode 4 came out, and I was like, oh shit, okay. The whole episode was it was. I felt like it's more.
Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah, there you go. Like it was like uh worse than nightmares in Elm Street because you're awake and you're getting fucked up. Like you know what I'm saying. This is even worse. So in
Yeah,
my
you
mind,
have
I'm
to
like
stay awake.
you can't even
That
stay
doesn't
awake
work.
or go to sleep. You're gonna get
Just
fucked
go to sleep.
automatic. Just don't go. Just don't do anything. Uh, but then so I was like, oh shit, yeah. And I told my girls like, okay, do you still want to? I was like, I watched episode 4. I'm just letting you know. So if you want to catch up with me, go watch episode 3 and 4. But she's like, nah, she's not into the horror genre, which. So I was like,
I'm not
okay,
super into
cool.
horror either. I watched like some of them, but
Yeah, so I was like, all right. I watched episode 4. I was like, okay, I'm back. That episode, like you said, like if they're already saying that was the best one, okay, that one got me hooked again, and I was like, okay.
the
So
rest of it is. I think the rest of it is good from 4. I would say from 3 on is good. But
mhm,
I even in the group chat because you were like, "Damn, this shit's hella weak." Skip. I was like, "Nah." I was
mhm,
like, "It starts off slow, but he's gonna
yeah,
get better." Like,
yeah, because I was like, I ain't gonna lie, I was somewhat losing interest. I was still watching it, but I'm like, I really don't care about these kids. So I'll put in the text, fuck them kids,
fuck them
really.
kids.
So, but after watching episode 4, I was like, okay, I gotta watch this for sure. And
So
then,
that song with the when he was chasing her, that
mhm,
fucking song, that shit skyrocketed #1 on Spotify.
yeah,
So these 80s bands
uh-huh,
and singers or whatever,
yeah,
they're hella happy that Stranger Things came out because they be
yeah.
blowing
So
up off that shit. Never
it's
Ending Story
funny,
song was last year, and
yeah,
then this song, whatever's Kate Bush song, this
yeah.
shit blew up hella big.
It's funny because so little Leo sees me and my girl, us are watching Stranger Things, but we're already on episode 2 or 3. We're like, start watching it with us. He's like, nah, I gotta watch it from the beginning. And it's funny because he's been whistling that fucking tune for the last 2 or 3 days because
That
he's
little
caught
song, that
up.
shit's hella
Yeah,
catchy.
he's
There be hella
whistling that.
TikToks of that shit too.
He's been whistling that damn fucking tune. I was like, what the? He already caught up to me. I'm not sure. So he's been watching on his phone in his
He
room.
probably already finished.
He's probably watching it right now, finishing it. But yeah, he's been whistling that damn song. And I could tell we haven't talked. We haven't said anything about it. Uh, but I could tell he's on it. He's been watching it, and he usually he'll wait till the season. He'll wait for us to finish it, and then he'll watch it, and then he would talk about it. He would start asking me questions and this and that and all that. And plus, so
For
I
the
know
for
he
the
probably.
younger kids, like my daughters,
Mhm,
well, my younger daughter, she's 10 and my older daughter is 14. My older daughter's into it, but my
mhm.
younger daughter, that's like her shit. For them, it's like their Nightmare on Elm Street, their
Yeah.
The Wizard,
Mhm.
their Star Wars, their all the
This is
stuff
it.
from
Yeah.
horror that we remember. Nightmare on
Mhm.
Elm Street, Friday the 13th. It's a little
Mhm.
bit of everything because it's kind of like their horror. It's their just their pop movies, pop shows, like
Yeah.
Monster
Th-
Squad. We had Monster Squad and all that type of shit. This is their shit.
Yeah. Yeah. This is
So they're
it's
gonna
their
remember this shit when they're older. They'll probably do a remake when their kids are coming around,
Mhm.
and it's gonna be like their the biggest shit from their era, pretty much.
Yeah.
This and the
Yeah.
Marvel movies.
Uh-huh. Yeah, because they're getting introduction of the 80s, 90s now. Just pop culture overall. They're seeing what basically our childhood, and some of and like we said, our childhood was dope. So they see it like, oh, that shit's cool. That shit's dope too. So they're loving it. They feeling it too. Because I also have my niece. I believe
Danny
she's a
says Dubs in
freshman.
6.
There you go. Yep.
Danny, have you seen Stranger Things? You got Stranger Things in 6 too? I mean, what do you got on Stranger Things? Are you into Stranger Things? You don't fuck with it?
But yeah. Uh, yeah. I'm back.
Doomzilla gave it 2 thumbs up as well.
Did he
I
finished
talked to
it?
him today. Yeah, he called
Damn.
me. Was it today or yesterday? I think it might have been
Okay.
yesterday.
All right.
And he was saying that he was feeling it. He liked it. Couple of the complaints, some of the Russian scenes are a little bit. They could have cut some of those down, but you'll see some of the scenes later on are pretty sick.
Mhm.
The prison scenes are kind of sick. You'll see the
Okay.
one. You probably seen the trailer. You know what I'm talking about.
All
Uh,
right.
but yeah, I mean, still got a good cast. It resurrected the career of what's her name, Winona Ryder.
Mhm.
She wasn't getting shit and she's probably this probably blew up, resurrected her whole career pretty much. What does Danny say? Let's see. Not the new season. Trying to finish Boba Fett first. Damn, you're way behind me.
You gotta catch up, Danny. You gotta catch up.
Yeah, I recommend it, Danny. Like I said, the first 2 episodes I would say are kind of slow, but if you like horror movies, you'll probably like them anyway. You probably like those episodes.
Mhm.
You definitely get what I was watching. Some of these, I don't know, YouTube videos or leading up to it. They were the directors. The Duffer Brothers are good. I like what they do. Um, they really capture the essence of the fucking 80s and get some of the stuff we remember as kids. But they were saying that they wanted this villain to be like part Freddy Krueger, not Cougar, Freddy Krueger, and part part what the hell is his name? Pinhead.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, you get that vibe definitely off of him. You haven't seen him too much,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because you're on episode 4, so yeah, he gets even more. He's running around talking shit. Vecna talking shit. What
Vecna.
do you think of that new character, Eddie? He's alright, right? My daughters like him. They're like, oh, he's funny. Hellfire Club dude.
The Hellfire Club dude. Yeah,
He's
looks like a '80s actor kid actor from the '80s. Yeah,
they fucked up that cheerleader girl too. She got fucked up.
yeah, she got
Vecna don't play around. It's
and
ruthless. Vecna
mm-hmm.
Schmeckna kind of look like the Crypt Keeper, or
Yeah,
like
a young crypt keeper.
yeah. But I always fuck with the Stranger Things mainly because I think it's because my kids like it a lot too. That makes me like it too. Something for the family. It's hard to find shit for the family now because
Mm-hmm.
my daughter's older, so she doesn't like to watch certain shit with the younger kids. You know what I mean? Like they don't. It's hard to find something to agree on when you got two
Mm-hmm.
kids 4 years apart. So this is cool. Like the whole family can sit back, get their snacks, binge this shit. We don't find too many shows we can do that. Some of the Star Wars ones we do. Some of the Marvel we did like WandaVision, Loki. But yeah, it's
Mm-hmm.
it's cool. Good family fun movies. So this
That's
show,
dope.
these
That's
all
dope.
feel like movies. They're so long.
Yeah.
The last episode, I think episode 7 is about an hour and 40 minutes.
God
So
damn.
that you
All
felt like
right.
a little mini movie too. So you definitely got your money's worth from your Netflix account if you watching all these because these are fucking an hour and 20 each. So Stranger
Mm-hmm.
Things, yeah, I recommend it. If you haven't seen it yet, check it out. I would say this is probably I would say maybe the second best season. I would say season
Oh,
1, of course.
season one
Season
was good.
2, I gotta rewatch it, but it was
It was
good.
cool, but yeah,
Yeah, the
three.
Ghostbusters shit.
Yeah, three. I feel it was just like, okay, all right, can it end
I
already?
liked season 3, but it wasn't as good as the first 2.
Mm-hmm.
It was season 3 is the weakest one for sure, but I
Okay.
still liked
Yeah.
it. It
See,
wasn't like terrible to me, but some of the I thought it got
and
carried too long. They should have cut
is
maybe an
there a
episode or
season
2
after
out of
this?
it.
Is there a fifth season? Right?
Fifth season gonna be the last season. Yeah, that'll be the last
Okay.
season. Everybody's shit. It seems like Max is everybody's new favorite character, Mad Max. That's she's getting
Maxine.
all the little TikToks you see. Like it's all of that scene. I saw hell of them have the little grandfather clocks. Those be hella funny. Some of them
Mm-hmm.
little TikToks be funny. My daughters be sending me this shit all day. Like, oh, you see the TikTok clock? And hella little remixes of the little fucking that Kate Bush song. Should be funny. Uh, what else are we watching?
Obi
Obi-Wan. You
Wan.
touched on it. We're not up on the
Understood.
third episode yet. I'll probably watch that now. But yeah, first 2. We're gonna do some spoilers. First 2 were good. I liked seeing Princess Leia as a kid. It's funny to see her.
That's cool.
She has the same
Yeah.
little attitude,
Mm-hmm.
that rebellious attitude. Luke, we haven't seen yet. Maybe we'll see that in episode 3. You seen him kind of playing around on the top of that little igloo thing.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Obi-Wan pack Shanks now. That's cool. He got the Shanks ready for whatever you can see.
Mm-hmm.
But Obi-Wan is it's 10 years from
9
episode
years.
3.
9 or 10 years. Yeah.
10 years from
Think.
episode 3, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
So he's like already out the game, out the Jedi game. He's chilling. He's gotten older like us. He ain't hitting the party scene anymore and shit. He's like a dad kind of Obi-Wan looking after Luke. He's on the dad hype. He's not really going out fucking with the Jedi bitches no more. He's just kind of keeping it low key.
He's done.
He's not drinking no more Jawa juice and shit. Uh, Running game on these chicks with the Jedi mind tricks anymore. He's chilling. He's
Mhm.
posting up. So yeah, you get the vibe. You can see he's conflicted. He don't really want to get back into fighting, and he took that L hard when Vader and Emperor beat him and Yoda. So he's kind of discouraged. So it's kind of it's good to see that, because in sometimes with Star Wars shows and movies and shit, you don't get any depth with them. They're kind of just like
Mhm.
robotic. But with this, you
Yeah.
see they kind of tried to show some humanity in him, and because the Jedi are like robots, kind of they're just like, oh, we have to do this. They're very cut and dry, black or white. But with this, you
Mhm.
kind of see like some gray area. So that was sick. I like what we're
Yeah.
seeing out of this so far. The Inquisitors. If you watched what the fuck is it called, Rebels, you're familiar with these guys already. They're in there a lot. Um, what the fuck is this shit saying? Hold on, I got a little thing. Can't scroll down anymore on the comments. Whatever. Uh, so these Inquisitors, they're basically like they kind of explain
For
in these first two episodes, former Jedi's that
Mhm.
Vader and Palpatine trained to just hunt the fucking Jedi's. Uh, the main chick, she's sick. You could tell she's ruthless. She's powerful. Um, Shit, I'm a Star Wars fan, so I like this shit. Uh, Obi-Wan, I'm gonna give it like shit 9 out of 10 so far.
Mhm.
I don't really have
Uh,
too many problems with it. I like the
oh
way the
no.
shots are. You already seen some uh lightsabers and shit, some action. It ain't
Shit,
like
the way
super
how it
slow paced.
started,
Yeah, that was sick. You give it a
I was like,
different
oh.
perspective on the
Mhm.
Order 66 where they kill all the little younglings. Anakin was chopping heads. So it gives you the back scene from some of these other ones that escaped. Um, yeah, I was kind of worried that they wouldn't have too much to do, like with this Obi-Wan stuff, but so far I've been pleasantly surprised.
You
I
can
think
tell, yeah.
Star Wars fans are toxic though, so you go on the net, you go on Instagram, Facebook, there's hella people bitching like, "Oh, this blah blah blah." There was
Mhm.
hella people mad at Mandalorian and Boba Fett. They hated Boba Fett, like a lot of some of the
Yeah.
Star Wars
They can
fans.
never be satisfied. Never be
Can't make them,
satisfied.
yeah, you can't make them satisfied. So I'm satisfied with this series so far. I
I'm
think it's only
happy. Yeah,
6
yeah.
I think it's only 6 episodes.
I think so.
So
That's what I saw
I don't
too.
think we're gonna get too much. I think we're gonna get just the right amount where maybe they can do possibly do a season 2. I don't know if they're
Mhm.
going that route, but yeah, I'm amped. I'm probably gonna watch the next one tonight.
I'm about to, yeah, that's about to say. As soon as I'm getting off right here, I'm gonna go watch it.
What the fuck else I've been watching? What would you give it on a grade so far, just off the first 2 episodes?
Out of what right now, shit, I'll probably give like a 9.5
Yeah,
because
I would say.
it's the storyline is dope. They already got the you see what that you see the origin how how Leia trusts Obi-Wan. This is
Yeah,
it right here. you know, uh, she's already like asking him who you are. These are make me float. And then when she sees the little the lightsaber, like, oh, you are a Jedi. She's like, first she's like, who's this old ass dude over here trying to fucking kidnap me?
so that's
Because
fucking
she's already
weirdo.
yeah, because she's already like thinking, oh, Arnie's gonna come and save me. She never thought a Jedi would be the one. So that's already you see already that the beginning of that relationship. Because later
Yeah,
we see Leia um, sending that
yeah.
message to Obi
And
Wan.
I
So
I didn't even think about that going into this. I was thinking like, oh, it's gonna be about focused on Luke growing up. I didn't even
nah.
think they would go to Alderaan and see where Leia
Mm-hmm.
grew up. I was like, oh shit, that was a nice little twist, nice
Smart,
little
yeah. That's you seen the origins right there. Which is dope. And he even says it too. Like I know somebody that you know, basically talking about his mom. I mean her mom. Like I know somebody like that reminds me. So it's dope to see that. Yeah, like you said, we never see that emotion with these characters, like especially a Jedi. When they're supposed to be by the book and just patience and you know, half the force,
Shit, do you know
all
who
that
directed
shit.
this? Who directed this? Doomzilla would know. I don't know.
Is it Filoni? No, I don't know.
He probably yeah, something Filoni be keeping it. Yeah, he be keeping it.
Yeah, I'm not him.
True.
So yeah, I'll like, and yeah, and then I called my pops. My pops is a huge Star Wars fan. He was loving it already too. He was like, "Oh yeah, this is good," Yeah, he's like, "Yeah, I can't," uh, you know, uh, he's watching it, so he's hyped up as well. And Ewan McGregor plays a hell of a good as Obi-Wan. I mean, sick. But that choice of him being cast for that character has been dope. And for being I think he's only 51 years old, so it's perfect because I think the movie, it's like you said, 9-10 years. It falls right with the age of Obi-Wan, from the first Star Wars
Yeah,
movie.
shit
So,
is pretty sick.
hmm
What's the next Star Wars? I mean, not Star Wars. Marvel. What is it going to be? Miss Marvel? Or no? What's the kid? Yeah, Miss Marvel. Is that it?
well, Thor comes out in 17th, right? Or is
Oh
that
yeah.
July?
Okay.
Or is that
Yeah, it's
July?
July. It's July.
Okay.
Kamala Khan.
I think that's June
She looks
17th.
kind of weak, honestly, but my daughters might like
It
it.
looks. I was about to say, it looks like a teenage drama superhero type. Maybe somewhat like a Cobra Kai. I'm looking at maybe type. I don't know, but I'll still check it out. I'll still
Yeah,
check
I'll
it out.
peep it. I'll
Yeah.
peep it. All right. Shit. Anything else we're watching? Have you started
Mm,
1883? I've been meaning to start that shit, but I haven't got around to it.
nah, I haven't. I know Yellowstone comes out. Damn, I texted my girl the date too. I think it comes out in November, somewhere in November. But
Beyond that
also
shit.
me and my girl been watching Tehran. That's on Apple TV. It's pretty dope. It's like a it's a thriller. Like based in Iran. Has to do with the Mossad and all that shit. It's pretty dope.
Yeah, and the one I was telling E Major about
Oh yeah, he just texted something about that, right? And
yeah, it's on HBO
HBO Max.
HBO Max. What's it called? I think it's We on the
Something about
City
the
or We
night.
on the Night.
Oh,
What's it called? Shit. We on the City. Yeah, that shit
okay.
is sick. It's kind of like got the Wire vibes. Baltimore police, corrupt cops. Check that shit out. That shit's sick. It has your boy Josh Bernthal, the dude from Punisher and Walking Dead. Shane
Okay.
from Walking Dead.
Shane.
He's like the main
Mm-hmm.
character. Crooked cops. Pretty sick though. You gotta peep that shit out. It's
All right.
pretty dope. Got that chick from Lovecraft too. Uh, the 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 sister of Letty,
Okay.
the one who got turned into like the monster kind of. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, she's in it. She's a process. She's works for. I think she's like a lawyer or something in that show. She's in there. Yeah, check it out. It's like a drama, 1 hour. Definitely gotta check that out. I'm just trying to go through my other stuff. I don't see nothing else I'm watching right now, really. Oh, I want to check out this shit on Amazon Prime that I think I mentioned it last time. Uh, fuck is it called? Outer Range. It's got Josh Brolin in it.
Oh, yeah.
It's like some weird shit on the farm, like UFOs and ghosts and shit.
Oh shit.
Um,
All right.
I seen the trailer for it, but I never got around to watching it yet. If anybody out there knows about it or peeped it, and let me know how it was. But I'm gonna try to probably get on that this week because I heard it's sick. Outer
All
Range,
right.
yeah, that's what it's called. Check that out if you get a chance. Selwall mentioned The Boys Diabolic. It's like an animated series. I haven't got a chance
I
to
heard
watch
about
that
that.
yet. I haven't
Yeah, I
got
haven't
a
heard
chance
it.
to
I mean, I heard about it, but yeah, I haven't watched it at all.
Danny says Sabrina the Teenage Witch is pretty dark. I haven't seen that shit. I think
On
my
Netflix.
wife watched one episode. I haven't seen it though. What else? Not the new season trying to finish. No, you already said that shit. I don't know. The comments is tripping. Uh okay, so I guess we're ready to get out of here. This is one of our shorter episodes. Under 2 hours.
All right.
That's a good thing for us. We always usually talk a lot. Well, it's because we didn't cover the If we had covered the Niners more, it would have been another 30, 40 minutes. Would have been a 2.5 hour
Hmm.
mark. Uh, any movies coming out this weekend? Nah, right? I don't think there's nothing. There's not any. There's not that many movies coming out. We talked about that this summer. There's not that many movies coming out in general.
Hmm.
We double check, but I don't think there's shit. I'm gonna be on the boys for sure this week.
Buzz. I think the Buzz Lightyear movie comes out this month, and so
Ray
I don't
Doomzilla's
know.
on that Bob's Burgers. He was talking to me about that, but I've never seen an episode of that.
Yeah.
He says it's like funny, some 80s stuff, but I don't know. It doesn't look like my cup of tea, but maybe I'll check it out.
Yeah. I'm definitely gonna skip on that one.
It's gonna be a hard skip for me. I don't. I
Yeah.
may check it out.
That's a
I don't
big
know.
skip.
I got a lot
I
of other shit.
might
I'm
not
still
check it
so
out.
far behind on Ozark. I got a lot of
You gotta
shows
catch
still
up
to
on
catch up on.
Ozark.
I'm hella far back. I was the first one watching this shit too.
Yeah, you gotta be
Fucking
on
stop.
Ozark.
All right, so yeah, I'm looking. I don't see any other good movies coming out. It's just that Thor: Love and Thunder. That shit looks sick. We talked about that already.
And the Jurassic Park movie.
Oh, Jurassic Park. That's next week. Or
Okay.
yeah, next week,
And then
July.
the
June,
Buzz
June 9th.
Lightyear.
I'm gonna fuck with that Jurassic Park. It looks kind of sick because they bring back the whole old cast. Hopefully, it's good
Yeah.
though. I didn't really like the Ghostbusters, man. I watched it again, part of it, and I was like,
Bro,
it was alright. It was cool.
that was cool.
I don't
That
know.
was
It
cool.
wasn't all that. I didn't like them kids. Fuck them kids, like you said.
Fuck them kids, man.
They seemed like they were trying to like kind of mimic Stranger Things to me. It was like kind of like they're kind of biting their shit, like similar style
Mm.
with all the little kids running it, and that little podcast dude was annoying. I didn't like that dude.
Don't let don't let Ray Doomzilla
He
hear
already
this.
remember he got mad at me. He already fucking chastised me about this shit. How could you, man? You don't talk about Venkman. Venkman has feelings too. Yeah, nah. Just what didn't hold up like the old
Oh,
school
there you
ones
go.
to me. Even my
All right.
daughters, I thought they were gonna love it. They were like, they weren't really feeling it. They haven't even tried to watch it again or nothing. Like
Mm.
movies they like, they'd be like, "Oh, let's watch this again." Like Spider-Man, they were hella hyped to watch that shit again,
Mm-hmm.
but they haven't even
Hey,
mentioned it.
well,
So yeah.
Spider Man.
All right, well, energy levels getting low. I'm fucking tired. Let's get the fuck out of here. Go Dubs
Mm-hmm.
tomorrow. Keep the
Let's
win
go,
streak at home
Dub. Let's
going.
go.
You put a little bit of cheese on that or not? You can put something on there.
Well,
Or
I
you just
already
gonna
had
let
some
it.
bread already. Yeah. I'm gonna just let it ride. I'm gonna just let it ride.
Yeah, I feel it. I mean, I
I already made
wouldn't be
some nice little change.
surprised if there was a game Boston would get. It might be this one, just because we've been off for so
Mm.
long, and they might have the refs. But we lose. We lost one or two. We lost one of our home games to Memphis. Oh, did we? No, we didn't. We didn't lose to
No,
Memphis.
we haven't
We're
not lost
undefeated
a
at
game
home.
at home.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, because they had home court. That was the first two. So we
Mm-hmm.
lost one of those two. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, nah, we should win. Let's keep it positive. We're gonna win this
We're
thing.
gonna win. We're gonna win.
All right. Let's get the
Oh,
fuck out of here.
shout out to AD. I know he was on last episode. I think we were picking Heat, and he had Celtics. He had to text me that. He's like, "Told you." So
I didn't pick the
you're
fucking
right.
Heat. I said the
I
Celtics.
did.
Oh,
I did.
nah. Don't misquote me,
Text me.
blood. I've been said the Celtics. Good shit, AD. AD knows what's up.
Yeah,
AD
he got me
knows.
on that one.
All right, let's get the fuck out of here. Check us out on all of our Instagram, all of our social media, Instagram, Twitter. Damn, I deleted the little fucking banner. I gotta fix that for next episode. Linktree, link.tree/Gold Dirty Bastards, or you can go to our IG or our Twitter. Click the link in bio. That's going to take you to our link tree where it has all of our Anchor, here, YouTube, like I mentioned the other two. I got to figure out to get ways to get the Anchor back up so we can get the audio. But our StreamYard's full, so we haven't been able to download the audio episodes. But I'm gonna have to just go in and delete some of these older episodes from StreamYard. Then we can download the audio versions and post them to Anchor again because we were trying to get Anchor popping. And that's good for the Apple Podcast, Spotify, all that stuff. So we're gonna get more shit popping off here in the near throughout the summer. We're gonna have some meetings and figure out to get more of our content out there, all that good stuff. And we, like I said, we'd appreciate like, subscribe, comments, let your friends know, let your wife know, let your kids know, shit, let everybody know about us, and tell them, support Gold Dirty Bastards. We can keep this shit moving. Cover a lot of stuff. Maybe break off and do some other more in depth like show coverage or something like that. We got other stuff we're working on, thinking of considering. So get at us on Twitter, get at us on IG. Like I said, if you want to be on, if you know somebody who wants to be on, you think they'd be a good fit to guest host, or possibly be a regular, tell them to hit us up in the DMs, and we'll get back to them and wrap with them and figure it all out from there. But any other shout outs you want to give or anything?
Shit. Subscribe. Shout out to everybody watching, and shout out to Danny for dropping them comments.
Yeah, right on, Danny.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we'll be back. We'll try to be back next week, hopefully.
Should
Depending on
definitely should.
scheduling. But yeah, it's been hard to make it. We've been like every other week, but we're trying to get back on that 1 week grind. I know it's gonna be hard with summertime. People we're probably gonna be traveling. So we'll do our best to keep content coming for you guys. If we can't do nights, we'll try to work on days, maybe weekends, something like that. Try to squeeze in, even if it's a short episode, 30, 40 minutes, something like that. And we're going to get some packs too. We got to get some packs so we can do some openings, some baseball, basketball, football.
I got some cards. I just ordered
Might have
on
to get
Target.
a box. I seen Target. They have baseball, but I'm not. I don't know. I was going to get the Donruss, I think they had.
Yeah.
I don't even know any baseball stars. I wouldn't even know if I got a good pack anyway. Who the fuck is this?
Just open it. Just open it.
Otani? That's the one you want to get.
Yeah, Otani.
All right. Well, we'll work on that. Maybe we could get a box and split them and then open them on one of these shows. Some shit like that. Figure it all out. All right. Like I said, thanks for tuning in. Make sure you like, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can catch all of our motherfucking content. And drop them comments on IG too. Drop them here, drop them there, drop them on Twitter. We're staying active on Twitter. Tag us in some shit if you think it's some funny shit, whatever. You know what I mean? Get us out there, get our names out there. We'd appreciate it. And we interact with our followers. So definitely make sure you drop some comments. We might argue with you, we might agree with you, we might give you props for some funny shit. We post memes, all that good stuff. So just hit us up. Let's get the fuck out of here. Go watch Obi-Wan and call it a night. Go Dubs. And we'll catch y'all.
Go.
We'll catch y'all on the next go round. Peace.
Night.